Miami studios. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Deep down the left sideline, he wants Wall. He's got it! Touchdown, Miami! There's a new cheetah in town.
Football Fridays are on your official home for Miami Dolphins football. Will Altoff and Luis Diaz are talking Fins.
Look at aggressive music. I don't feel like we're that aggressive.
No.
No.
This is a simple show where we talk about dainty, soft things.
I'm Will Altop. That's Luis Diaz. Thank you for tuning in once again to Football Fridays. Those of you listening here, Fox Sports Miami. Perhaps you're listening to Fox Sports Radio Orlando. That's one of our affiliates. Of course, you can always hear us on the iHeartRadio app. So thanks for tuning in. Big game coming up Sunday. Dolphins in Texas, in Houston specifically, to take on the Texans. I think I said that last week, too. I said they were in Texas, like to take, I don't know. Because I read Texans, I read Texas.
Yeah.
And it just like throws me off a little bit.
The Texas Texans.
It is Texas.
That's unfair of Houston, by the way. Like, how can you be? Why aren't you the Houston Houstonians? You
right?
claim one city, but then you take the whole state,
right? That doesn't. Yeah, it's not fair.
No.
And like, I don't know. I'm one of these people. I need my teams to have like mascots that are things. You know what I mean?
What's
like a dolphin?
What's a bill? A bill. I get bills every. I don't like bills.
Yeah. What's a Packer?
I can take you to Wilton Manors and show you to a couple Packers. I don't think I'm allowed to say that one.
No, but some of these things, I'm like, what is a heat?
What is a heat?
What is a heat?
Brother, hey, that's a thing. I'll take you outside right now. That is a thing. Brother, we're live on Instagram right now, and I just posed the question, who wants to talk crap about OBJ?
Oh, man.
It's happening. It's
go.
already happening.
So he got released by the team today. I guess they came to an agreement that they were going to let him go. 9 games he appeared in. Or no. Yeah, 9 games. Something like, no, I can't even remember exactly.
Bro, 9 catches.
9 catches.
On 18 targets.
On 55 yards.
We threw the ball 18 times. You only caught it half the times we threw it at you.
Started the season on the PUP list. Got $400 from this team, or $4 million from this team somehow.
Look, man, was OBJ a bum on the team? Yes, 100%. OBJ is a bum. I'm not mad at him. He got a bag.
Right? Like that's
he knew he was washed.
That's it.
He knew it. He played for the Ravens last year. He knew he was washed. And sorry, someone's mad that I'm already talking crap about the Bills. Somebody. No, we knew he was washed. We still gave him $3 million to play not even the entire season. This is a Greer masterclass of like, brother, what are you doing?
Well, they said that they knew he was injured when they signed him.
But I don't think
so. Like,
there's no way they knew he was injured.
I can't imagine they thought he was going to miss those first 4 games.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he pulled the rug out from under them, took the $3 million and ran. Allegedly, he wants to go and play for another team. Like, who's going to see what you did this season and go, yeah, that's the guy. He's going to save us in the playoffs. We need to add that guy.
2 guys were dropped today from their teams, and neither of them is going to touch an NFL field again. OBJ,
yeah,
and the dude from the Niners. They just dropped them.
They
just did right before the show started. I got the alert.
Amazing.
Yeah, those guys are going to be like us in a couple weeks after the season's over. Unemployed. No job. As soon as the Dolphin season's over, I got to go back to selling scent diffusers.
Playoffs are bust for the Dolphins.
I need the playoffs, man. I don't want to go back to selling scent diffusers. I don't want to.
I saw Bart Scott this morning on one of these television shows mention OBJ and how I guess that was the professional way of quitting on his team, asking for his release, as opposed to the guy from the 49ers who was just like, nah, I don't want to play anymore. I'm just going to go.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so
people want to be Antonio Brown so bad. Nobody's
that crazy.
How about Mr. Brandon F? Tyreek with more kids than OBJ had catches. That is a real stat. Brandon, you should get a job as a statistician. That's for real life.
That's a very true stat.
Brother, to me, this is an indictment on Christopher Rudolph Greer. I don't know if that's his middle name.
Well, this time of year.
This time of year, it's Rudolph.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's not invited. If he was Rudolph, I wouldn't let him play any reindeer games.
He's not getting any of this eggnog.
You're not. Go back over there, weirdo with the red nose. He's got to have a brown nose up Stephen Ross, right? That's the only way he should have a job. Stephen Ross is an excellent businessman. He makes millions of dollars doing whatever he wants. He knows what he's doing. How is it that he allows Chris Greer to run his football team this poorly?
Just good enough to keep it going. They made the playoffs last year.
And the year before.
And this year, Tua was out for a number of games, and you can't take that into the equation because obviously, but on the other side, not having a good backup, that falls on him too.
That's his job.
That the whole situation is a disaster. They need to figure that out.
They got a lot to figure out.
They got a lot to figure out.
And we got a long off season to do it, brother.
Yeah.
It's going to start in a couple weeks because this Texans team, it scares me.
So we were talking, I joined OJ for the Fish Tank show last night here on Fox Sports 940. And we had John McClain, who's a former writer for the Houston Chronicle on. He still works with the Texans. He writes some stuff with the Texans. And he basically was like, the Texans stink. He was like, their offensive line is terrible. They give up 26 passing touchdowns, most in the league this year.
True.
Their offense has struggled.
I don't want to hear about offense struggling. Wait, but finish your thought.
But you hear all of those things, and you're like, all right, that sounds like it lines up good for the Dolphins.
Should.
But that's it. Like
you called it.
I don't know, man.
You called it, and I should have.
Week,
I should have been not dumb to realize how correct you were. Every quarterback has their best game of the year against us, except for Matthew Stafford.
Right.
Don't know how Anthony Weaver did that, but
That game is
everyone
like a total anomaly.
It really is, though. That's why I don't put any salt into it.
Yeah.
But everyone looks amazing. Aaron Rodgers has been washed all year.
Had his first 300-yard game.
And he gets the first 300-yard game.
Who called that?
How about Pastor reminding us about Vontae Davis?
I
remember.
Yes, he
that
left
was like
right in the middle of the game. He's like, I don't want to play anymore.
That might have been the trigger of making the Bills good, because that was when the Bills were sucking.
Yeah.
They came into halftime losing. He was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm done.
And he retired at
Go.
halftime. And then all of a sudden they're studs. Then all of a sudden Josh Allen owns buys a minority stake in the Dolphins. What does that even mean? He sold a minority stake to the owner of the Brooklyn Nets. What does that mean for us?
So basically, they don't have any voting power. They have no controlling interest.
So they're basically Fergie.
Yeah. So they get 10%. So they make money on the 10% that they've put into the team, I imagine. You know what I mean? Whatever profits come from the season, they get 10% of whatever, I would imagine. But they don't have any sort of controlling interest. It's just like, and then I guess maybe like down the line, because Joe Tsai and Weisberg, they own the Nets or whatever. They each got, or together, I think they got 3%. Like maybe the idea is down the line, those are the guys who are going to end up owning the team.
Maybe, yeah. You can't sell it to the other guy because of the collusion.
Yeah, like maybe they've got right of first refusal or something because they're, the first minority controlling interest. I don't know, but I think they're just in.
Well, he was going to give it to the other guy, and then the other guy brought in Tom Brady, and we lost a couple first round picks. So he's not getting it anymore. Chris Carbo asks, "What are the keys to beating the Texans?" To me, it's exploiting everything you just said. We don't have a pass rush.
Yeah.
So their terrible offensive line, it's going to be neutralized by our lack of a pass rush. I think this is going to have to end up being a shootout, right? And their defense, yes, they give up the most passing touchdowns in the NFL. Mm-hmm. They also have the most picks.
Yes, I did notice that.
They also have the most picks in the NFL. The one thing we are lucky to have is this Tua who refuses to put the ball in harm's way. It's uncanny. Like I remember before CTE Tua, pre-CTE, he would look like a junior gunslinger. The way he just throw it, and it's like that's a dumb choice. Now he's very smart.
Yeah.
I might want to get a concussion and take the SAT again. I could get into college.
I need that's the best option.
I need to run my head into DeMar Hamlin. Because that kiss of death is actually the kiss of life.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like the Grim Reaper tackling you.
But it's the opposite. It's the life giver.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got like 15 passing touchdowns and 1 pick since he
come back. Yeah.
He's just making great decisions. His rating looks great. He's got, and the thing for me is that last week they let the Jets back in it.
Yeah.
The Jets take a 10-point lead.
Let the Jets back in? No. They gave it to the Jets.
Yes.
And the Jets let us back in it.
Yeah. The Jets took it, ran with a 10-point lead, and then the Dolphins, with a sense of urgency, they come back, they tie it, and they win in overtime.
Monsters.
You can't do that against the Texans.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we've been doing, though.
Right. But
like against the Rams, against the Raiders, we didn't really pull it out. And now against the Jets, we're a second half team where, again, I'm not trying to sound like a stat guy, but I am also very aware that the Texans are a team of 2 halves as well. They are a first half team.
Yeah.
I think they're averaging 14 points in the first half to 8 in the second, and they're giving up a lot of points in the second half. We just kind of got to play our game. Like it's the weird thing of like, this is a beatable team. If we were playing the Lions or the Bills or the Steelers even, I'd say, there's no shot. But this is a team that we can win against.
I'm looking at their schedule. So the Jaguars beat the Jaguars last week. They gave up 20 points to the Jaguars.
Dude, Mac Jones?
They're terrible. The week before, they lost to the Titans, and they gave up 32 points. The week before that, they beat the Cowboys. Okay, so
if we don't put up another 70 burger, I'm quitting the show.
The Lions they lost to, they gave up 26 points. The Jets they lost to, they gave up 21 points.
Wait, they lost to the Jets. We beat the Jets.
Yeah, that's it. We win.
Cancel the game.
That's
we
it.
won.
We already won. We figured out the maths. So, yeah, I don't know. This team, it looks like they can't beat good teams. They lost to the Vikings.
Well, we're not a good team this year, though.
Right?
So,
and that's why, like, I feel like I don't know, man. Like the way that they played last week, they put their foot on the gas when they needed to. Did the Dolphins? But that lull in the middle, I don't like it.
If we were playing a good team and we put the pedal to the metal in the second half, we wouldn't have been able to come back.
Right.
Somehow Zach Sealer comes out of nowhere and decides to start playing.
If Malik Washington doesn't run back that kickoff at the end of the game, they don't get back in field goal range.
We don't really give a crap about that muff punt anymore against the Packers.
Yeah, he made up for that last week.
I don't really care.
Right?
What happened on Thanksgiving? I don't know.
But that's it, man. If that doesn't happen, then do they even get the field goal and tie it up?
No.
Right?
No, of course not.
You got the punch out against the Jaguars. If that doesn't happen, they don't win that game.
We're talking a lot of ifs, man. The Dolphins are going to go to the playoffs because we're going to beat the Texans, right?
Yes.
And then we're going to lose in the first round to the Bills. But that's fine because we got into the playoffs, and then Chris Greer's going to stay employed, and we're not.
The Texans can clinch their division with a win and an Indianapolis loss this weekend. So they've got something on the line.
Oh, my God.
Right? But the Dolphins, they got to win, man. They got to win all these games. So fingers crossed, 102 on Sunday, the kickoff for this game between the Dolphins and the Texans. The Jets are in Jacksonville. That's a 1:00 game on Sunday. Buffalo's at Detroit, 4:25 game on Sunday. That's going to be a great game.
Yeah, and then the primetime game is una mierda. Like it's just a terrible game.
Yeah, what did I see? It's
Falcons someone. I think it's Falcons versus Florida A&M, something like that. It's something along those lines.
That's Monday night. It's Falcons Raiders.
That's what it is.
There's 2 games on Monday night. The first one is the Bears at Minnesota. Sunday night, it's Green Bay at Seattle. That could be an okay game. I only because it's in Seattle. If it was in Green Bay, I would count Seattle out of it.
Yeah,
just because it's in Seattle.
No, and Seattle's been playing well. They actually have a good defense. I like to watch them and think like, man, this is what defense should look like.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Oh, that's what a punter looks like. I wouldn't know. I've only seen Jake Bailey.
Ugh. Yeah. So, and then the Patriots, they are in Arizona to take on the Cardinals, 4:25 Sunday as well.
We resurrected Kyler Murray's career, and then all of a sudden he kind of fell off again. Like we
huge game against us, and then Call of Duty must have come out or something.
And then Call of Duty came out. Yeah, the
new
one did come out.
That was it, man. He's got his priorities.
Hey, man, you know what you like. You like what you know.
Does this playbook include the instructions for how I play Call of Duty?
Where are the maps? I understand shotgun, but what are the maps to the new? What are the new
What are
maps?
the new levels that I need to be aware of in Call of Duty? On the other side, we're going to hear from the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel, the head coach, and quarterback Tua Tagovailoa as they get prepared for this game in Houston on Sunday versus the Texans. I'll try and get my language a little straighter in the next segment. I'm Will Altoff. That's Luis Diaz. This is Football Fridays. Oh,
All right. We're in commercial now, so now it's just you and us, and you,
me.
you
This camera.
and me. All right, so it's just us. What do you guys want to talk about? We don't have to talk Dolphins during commercial. We can talk about.
So what's
Man,
your take
what
on
about
a Thursday night Christmas party?
Is Christmas on a Thursday?
No, last night was the iHeart Christmas party on a Thursday.
Well, fuck, wasn't I invited?
You didn't get invited?
I didn't get invited.
I didn't
Yesterday was a holiday party.
Yeah, I didn't go. I had to work.
Where was it? Because they usually have it like at
It was
Live.
at the W.
I
in
worked for 3
Lauderdale.
years. I didn't get invited either.
You didn't get invited either?
Hey,
None of that shit was
why
happening.
are we invited?
None of that shit was
You
happening.
guys didn't get invited?
All of a sudden, I look at PK's blog. It's like, I heart party. It's like, what? That was last night. Thanks for telling me. Yeah. Nope.
Ah.
You get invited.
Dive bar. I need to get your hats to wear it. I've been talking to Joe Robbie about getting the hats. I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't been talking. I talked to him once and I haven't gotten that. And Casper.
Right.
Casper says LFG Eagles.
Used to have it.
Eagles?
Fuck you.
This is a Dolphin show, and I'm from Philly.
No, man. Because he wants to talk. Fucking Nick Sirianni is a bitch. Jalen Hurts, puss. And
Don't say anything about Saquon.
no, Saquon's. I love Saquon. I'm a big fan.
We are.
We
Bills
like
is the
Saquon.
Bills is Buffalo Bill.
Oh, Buffalo Bill Cody?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that makes
Their
sense.
mascot actually used to be a guy that dressed up like Buffalo.
Yeah.
Then they
Isn't
got
Buffalo
out.
Bill a murderer?
No, he's a cowboy.
He puts the lotion in the basket.
Yeah. Oh, so it was a fake. So I thought. You know,
Buffalo
for some
Bill
reason,
names himself after Buffalo Bill Cody.
you know, I thought that movie was like of real life.
Oh.
It is taken from they took the story from a case file, so it is part of an actual case file of an actual killer that they used as a template for the book. The guy who wrote the series based Buffalo Bill after an actual guy.
After,
Yeah.
but his name wasn't Buffalo Bill. Damn. All right. Yeah, man. So
And the
Casper,
Texans are the Texans because they couldn't get the Oilers.
hey,
Remember, they kept it.
Oh,
Titans
Tennessee
kept the
owned it,
Oilers,
yeah.
and they wouldn't let them have it.
Casper. If we're not getting the betting, Kevin wins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whatever. That guy sucked.
Kevin wins.
Casper is who I get my parlays from.
Oh, really?
Casper parlay at Parlay Casper on Instagram.
Ah. I should try that because I lose every parlay I ever put in.
He was on a heater
Yeah.
when I first started like listening to him
Right.
because I was noticing, man, he's winning every week. And then I got him for like 2 weeks at the end of the heater. Kind of calmed down since then. Casper, not gonna lie, you're a little cold now, but I'll keep throwing $20 at whatever you tell me to throw $20
Why
at.
not, right? Can't win if you don't play. That's what my dad always says.
Chris Carbo says NFL locks for this week. Casper, if you're here, Casper,
No.
what are the locks? The Ravens are the only lock, but even then, that's what minus
Oh, it's
1,600.
It's useless.
I'm gonna go in debt with if they win.
Right? Yeah, I don't like a lot of these games.
Oh my God. Steelers beat the Eagles this week. Are you thinking that's really gonna happen? Because I currently have
I hate that
the
game.
Eagles. I have the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm
Money
staying
line.
away from that game totally.
Really, I have the Eagles money line.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Steelers have just been so good.
It's weird. And now with all this
On the road,
drama,
too. Yeah,
all the drama of AJ Brown,
right. But they keep winning.
Jalen Hurts my feelings. Is that someone's fantasy name?
It should be. How come nobody came up with that?
I think I just did. Oh, pre-recorded. Nice. We're pre-recorded right now. I don't think
You got that dolphin sound?
he
There it
does.
is. Oh, again?
The computer.
Yeah, that's a game. I don't like it. As soon as that's one of those matchups, Buffalo and Detroit, staying away from that.
Buccaneers, Chargers.
Staying away from that.
That's one that it's like two above mid teams, slightly above
Yeah.
mid teams. It's like I don't.
And like Baker Mayfield will throw some touchdowns, but he's going to throw picks in Los Angeles. Like I don't know what they're doing.
Bro, you know what I might do for my 8th leg? What you did, and just put Jameis Winston over interceptions.
I may have that again this week.
Are you just teasing or
I'm
over
teasing
0.5? I'm taking
That's
that.
what I'm saying, bro. That's
I'm
a
taking
lock.
that.
That's a lock leg right there.
All right, easy. I got my octopus. I got my octopus. Dímelo. What are we doing? What are we doing on the internet right now, guys? Yo. So I started running. And all right, so here's the thing. I get angry, right?
Okay.
And
Just
so
like at anything, or you
at
just say while
everything.
you run?
At everything.
Okay.
And I put on my AirPods, and for some reason only the right one is working. So like I put it in, I close it, I open it back up, like try and reconnect it.
Yeah.
Still only the right one's working. I disconnect it, I forget the device. I do everything. I disconnect, reconnect on the
Yeah.
Bluetooth. I reset the Bluetooth. I reset the phone. Yeah, I started running. I'm skinny as shit right now, and I did for real. I did, and I'm very proud of myself.
That's awesome.
And then the right ear doesn't work. Still, only the right ear. It's like 10 minutes of me at the top of my apartment stairs because I gotta go. I gotta get the AirPods in before I start going
Right.
downstairs to start the run.
Yeah.
And I'm just 10 minutes of right outside. I already put the Zin in too, so like I'm already feeling crispy. And like I gotta get going. The only thing stopping me is the AirPods. And like after 15 minutes, I'm like getting mad. Like for some reason, I get really mad when things that are supposed to work don't.
Yeah.
Brother, I put the AirPods in super calmly. I closed it. And I fucking 98-mile-an-hour heatered down the stairs. And it threw it against the wall, fucking shattered them. And so now I'm stuck with these forever.
Did it turn out they worked?
These are my daily wear now. No, fuck, I
You're
shattered.
gonna wear those out on your run now.
Which it's fine in the beginning, but then by the end of it, this is what it looks like when I take it off. Right now we're here.
Right.
You're gonna see by the end of the show, it's gonna look like this when I take it off. So it starts like falling and stuff. My wife says I have anger management issues. You married me, so
Oh yeah, I got anger problems too.
dude, I wish with that anger
Yeah.
I had like a clock on it because I think I hit. I should have been a pitcher. I said it last week. I was a good pitcher for one inning, and then I'd get ejected the second inning because I'd hit every batter. But bro, I had to have hit 80. I had to have hit 80 miles.
Fastball.
I threw it exactly where I wanted to.
That's awesome.
I picked a point on the wall, and this is downstairs too.
Yeah.
Bang! Shattered. It was so beautiful. And then I was like, now I got to pick all this up and try and hide it from my wife because she can't know that I just threw $200 against the wall. And yeah, I had to go. Like I got the right earpod. I should have tried it after.
Right? Hey, maybe this will work.
I didn't. It's still in my drawer. I'll try it again when I get
Put
home.
it in the drawer because at some point it's gonna come in handy.
At some
right?
point, the two sides that I shattered off are gonna reconnect. And
Exactly. I finally just threw out a pair of earbuds that I had.
we're on.
That was Carlos saying, stand by in my ear.
That's what that was.
We just came back from that sound.
Nice.
To Mike McDaniel. The relationship between Mike McDaniel and Coach D'Amico Ryans. I didn't realize that it went back that far to D'Amico's rookie season.
I thought he messed up when I first heard that press conference.
Yeah,
I was like, it didn't make sense. I was like, he wasn't
20 years ago.
He wasn't a coach that long. He's super young. And then it clicked that he was talking about D'Amico, the player.
Yeah.
And yeah, because he was on that Texan staff.
Yes. Yeah, he was he said it was his first full-time NFL coaching gig.
I got to tell you, man, between D'Amico going back to Houston, Dan Campbell going back to Detroit, I'm loving the former players going back to their hometowns, like not their hometowns, but like the towns that they played in
for,
and doing well.
Yes.
I hope D'Amico doesn't do that well this year, but yeah, it's
Rod Mayo.
Gerard Mayo.
with the
That's true.
Pats?
They're so irrelevant. I completely forgot. I completely forgot that they were a thing. But yeah, but no, it's cool because we're stuck with a nerd. And so like, man, how cool would it have been if we had like even Wes Welker? If we promote Wes Welker to head coach, that would be cool. But no, we're stuck with McDaniel. There's no way they ever interacted. There's no way, right? D'Amico, when he saw Mike McDaniel in the Houston office building training facility, he thought he was a ball boy and never said a word
Yeah,
to him.
I wonder. No, they talk like they're buddies, and they've been buddies
No.
since way back then.
But that's not true. No, they've been buddies since San Francisco.
When they were assistants, right?
But there's no way, because he was an offensive assistant.
Right.
D'Amico was drafted as a linebacker. Like, this guy's so low. No.
Right. Like, why would they? How exactly would they come together?
This is when I tell people that
Mhm.
me and my wife have met in middle school. And they're
Okay.
like, oh my God, screw high school. You guys are like the dream middle school. It's like, no, I was a fat theater kid that got no girls. I couldn't even get boys when I tried. Like, I couldn't get anyone, my guy. I go to high school, I play football, I peak, I go to college, I join a frat. Everything starts going well. That's when I reconnect with Laura. And now I'm a man.
Yeah.
Someone that's attractive to her. I've let myself go since then, but that's why I started running. And that's the truth. But yeah, that's he's trying to embellish, like, oh man, we go back since his rookie year. Yeah,
Right.
technically you do.
Yeah, he said hi to you in the cafeteria one time.
I don't even think D'Amico Ryan said hi to him. I don't even think so. He probably saw Mike McDaniel and was like, oh, one of the coach's kids is here.
Probably, right?
I love Mike McDaniel. That's what he said. 100%. Let me talk to this kid.
And we also heard Tua talking about this completion percentage record and how he could set that this season. Him and
Mhm.
Jared Goff are in line to do that, but he wants to win, which is obviously what you say. You want the team goals over the personal goals, right? But I think the personal thing for Tua, I have to think that that's a big deal for him because it took him so long to catch on within the league and for everybody to actually believe that this guy is a really good quarterback. So, like, yeah, he wants his team to win. Obviously, that's the ultimate goal. But I got to think it's got to be validating. If he is able to set an NFL record that's relevant, I got to think for him, it's still a big deal.
It's on his mind.
Like,
It has
it's got to be, right?
The same way, remember a couple years ago, 2 years ago and the year and last year, those last 2 years, they were saying, nah, man, we're not really trying to get Tyreek 2K.
Yeah,
We're not really trying to do that.
right.
We're trying to win games. All of a sudden this year, what is everyone saying? Yeah, man, we were trying to get we were trying to get into 2000. Yeah, we were trying to do that. So he's gonna say this year, no, man, I'm a cute little Hawaiian boy. I just want to win games. I just want to win games. And then next year, the cute little Hawaiian boy that sets the NFL record will be like, yo, I got that, right? You saw that, right?
Exactly.
You saw that, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think
It's on his mind.
Yeah, I think he comes across as a humble guy, but like in the back of your mind,
It's
like you
there.
gotta think he's a competitor, obviously. Like you gotta think that he's like, yeah, man, I want to set an NFL record.
He knows he's doing really well.
Right.
He knows he's playing so well, and he knows how many people thought he was gonna flame out before Brian Flores left.
Right.
So of course it's in his mind.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be no, man, I just want to win games. We're in a position to win games. We gotta win. And he can say that now.
That's what you want your leader to say.
But man, there's got to be a big part of him that's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna make Brian Flores look like an idiot. I'm gonna make him look like an idiot.
Exactly. I wonder what kind of incentives he's got in his contract. If he sets, any sort of records or anything, is he getting any extra bumps? Not that he needs it, man. The guy's getting $250 million or whatever. So
Has to.
you would think, right?
Like it thrown in the back, like they didn't think he would ever
Oh,
hit.
you set an NFL record, sure, we'll give you like $5 million. Huh? Okay.
Wait, $5 million?
I know, right?
I can set an NFL record if it's worth $5 million.
Yeah, right.
Most fumbles in a year.
Exactly.
Give me the
Most
ball.
times sacked.
I-
Number one.
That's
me.
baby.
Most knees taken.
Dude. Most negative runs.
Right.
I got that.
Let's go.
Hand the ball off, baby, and I'll hand it back to them.
Is it much of an incentive? Yes, for me, not for the team, but
Oh no, we're going 0-17.
Yeah.
But your boy just got
paid.
That's so fun. Imagine it's just sets NFL record, and it's just a blanket statement like that.
That'd be amazing.
And like you've got all these guys at the end of the year, like how many third quarter negative runs did I get? I set the record for third quarter tackles for loss.
So bad,
dude. He's got to have it's got to be an incentive. But like I don't even think they think of incentives till week 18.
Yeah,
I think that's the week where they're like, oh, I got 3 more catches to make. Let me get these 3 catches.
Yeah.
But for sure, he's got a chance to prove Colin Cowherd wrong. On the station, we have nothing against him. That's for my bosses that are listening.
The one thing that I don't like about Colin Cowherd is just how much he loves Justin Herbert.
I thought you were going to say the one thing I don't like about Colin Cowherd is everything. I was about to be like, nice, same. But no, because he's on the station, so we can't hate him.
Justin Herbert, he talks about him like, what has Justin Herbert done?
You know what he does? He hands the ball off.
Oh.
You want to talk about a guy that just mooches off the other talent around him.
Man, like, enough with the Justin Herbert. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, he's going to prove the Cowards, the Brian Floreses, the Stephen A. Smiths. He's going to prove them all wrong this year. Yeah, it's on the back of his mind. And I think that might be a reason why he's playing so safe.
Yeah.
And it's not that he's playing bad, but he's protecting the ball really, really well since he came back. 15 tuds, 1 pick.
1 pick.
The proof is in the numbers right there. He's playing really well. He's throwing it to the guys that he knows are going to be able to catch it. And if it's not them, it's the ground.
Yeah,
he's playing really well.
He's not making a lot of bad passes. He's not, putting the ball in places where the other team can make plays. He's really been playing well. So hopefully that can continue this weekend. In Houston, I almost said in Texas.
Well, it is
in Texas.
Houston is Texas.
It's the Texans.
You're not wrong.
My brain can't figure this out.
Don't be yourself. You would be correct.
I know, but it's not like it. So they're in Texas. They could be taking on the Cowboys.
Yeah. Either way, it's a win.
Still Texas in Houston taking on the Texas 102 kickoff, which is I find weird. I'm just going off all over the place.
Let me hear it.
In Houston, it's 12:02. So they have to play earlier than they do some weeks. You know what I mean? But for the Dolphins, they're still in their regular time clock.
Wait, what?
Because it's a 12 o'clock kickoff in Houston.
Houston time.
But it's 1 o'clock here. So their normal time for a kickoff if they were at home
is noon.
But here
it's 1.
It's 1. So the Dolphins are going to Texas and they're sort of Houston. They're sort of getting the benefit of the doubt because time-wise, they're still playing at 1 o'clock if they were playing in Miami. Does that make any sense?
Hey, man.
Next week, the 49ers are coming here.
Yeah.
It's a 4:25 kickoff. So
Which
for them, it's still
1
o'clock. Their body clocks are still sort of in tune.
Sure.
That's
Lewis. I get what you're saying.
That's
but
Luis
I don't.
Diaz.
Yeah.
I'm Will Altoff.
I am Luis Diaz. You are Will Altoff.
Texan sound on the other side. We'll sort this out during the break. It's Football Fridays.
From the Storm Tight Windows Weather Center.
We continue on our day with pretty much cloudy skies across South.
Still
are going to be the same.
Right.
Is that what you were saying? That it's going to be the same? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be the same.
But next week, with the 49ers coming to town,
our body clock is different, actually, and theirs is the same.
Correct.
That's not fair.
Right.
I don't like that.
49ers get a little advantage in that sense.
I don't like that they moved it to 4:25 just to appease the
Bro, you're coming to
West Coast
Miami.
team.
You play at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you didn't give us any hot games.
No.
NFL. Give us the fucking 1 o'clock.
You play at 1 o'clock.
Air Jordy, ¿qué onda, Miami? What's up, brother? We got Mr. Salas in here. Carlos was in here and left. Awesome. Will is baked. He might be.
I might be.
He might be. Dude, I finished my my mochaccino. We have a mochaccino every Friday. I finished it. Oh man, my wife made me go to Starbucks for these red cups. Did you get your red cup that day?
No, I know that was a thing, but I did not get one.
So I didn't know about it. My wife tells me to go get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get 2. 1 for me, 1 for her. And I was talking a lot of shit. And now my wife pointed out that this has been the only coffee cup I've used, pretty much. This is one of my 3 coffee cups. So I feel bad that I talked a lot of shit about Starbucks, but it's just such a good
nice
cup. It's a good cup.
Right?
It's a nice cup, man. Proudly made with 95 recycled material. I'm saving the earth.
Wow.
95.
Really? 95?
Bang bang Niner gang. You can't talk shit about the Niners right now. Not today. Air Jordy. Gotta make wifey happy. Yeah.
That's it, man.
Bro, this is a good cup. The only problem is it's hot and there's no like handle. So you gotta deal with the hot. You gotta deal with the when you put
Right.
fresh pot of coffee,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta grab it from the top. Or like from the bottom. It gets hot. Ooh, George Pickens is out again. George Pickens is out again. How does he keep? I don't know. You and me. What are we doing here? Check Twitter,
Oh.
let's see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. We never got to finish the conversation. The office Christmas party, they made it a Thursday.
They made it a Thursday.
And then was today, did they make it today like early release?
So they let people come in late today. How many people do you think showed up?
Yeah, none. Everyone's been
Right?
working from home anyway.
And like, obviously, like if you're on the radio a certain time, you have to be here in the morning.
Yeah, there's no
You still got to be here.
Elvis Duran's not coming in at
Right.
at 7.
Like my wife gets up early for work. I got to take care of my kids and get them ready for school. I got to drive them. You know, like Thursday's just not convenient in that sense.
No.
Just like, yeah,
Wait, did you get invited?
yes,
You did get invited.
got invited.
So me and Los are the only ones that don't get invited to
I
this
don't
shit.
know how you guys didn't get invited.
Let me check the Outlook that I never check.
There it is.
Don't say there it is.
iHeart email.
Don't say there it is because it might not be there. Let me.
Baby.
When did they send the invite? Because I still don't see it.
This says it was accepted on 9/12.
Oh yeah, I don't even think I was hired 9/12. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. 9/9. I was hired 9/9. No. Oh, bro, you're sending the show sheets on this email. Nice. That's a show sheet. Those are epic. The holiday parties. Yeah, man. I wish I knew what the holiday party was like. They used to back in the Disney have the holiday parties at Live for iHeart.
I never went to a live party.
I've never been to a company party.
Really?
I have never been to a company holiday party. I lie. The only one I ever went to was when I sold centrifugers. And I went to that one because I had a show at the Improv and it was like down the road.
Oh.
And so I finished the show and I was like late to the party, but who gives a shit? Yeah, I've never.
Yeah, holiday parties are weird because it's like, all right, how loose can we get here?
You made it an open bar. How loose do you want me to get?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I know that you told everybody you're getting 2 drink tickets, and then I scammed 4 more from somebody else. But like, how much fun can we have here?
Yeah, man. Never. Except for when I sold centrifugers, and that company party was cool because everyone hated the job, kind of. Unless they're watching. We all loved working there. I might have to work there in a couple months. So just in time for the holiday party.
Look at it's got sent to Miami Radio. Still digging.
Oh, I'm not. I don't think I'm in Miami Radio.
I don't think you're on that list. Carlos got the invite. Carlos, you got the invite. I'm looking at it.
It shows that he's invited?
Yeah. Carlos Picari, right there.
Hater.
They sent this in September 12th.
He says, Air Jordy says, don't get too sauced and messy.
What happened?
That Air Jordy says, just don't get too sauced and get messy at the holiday party. But like, if they're giving you the drinks,
Right. That's the thing.
I can't control it.
I've seen some fun things happen at holiday parties.
Dude,
I've
I've
seen
heard
people-
some stories.
I've seen people hitting on married people. I've seen people get hammered.
But that's my thing. I don't think
Fights.
I'd let myself get drunk.
Right. That's the thing.
I'd be too nervous.
You gotta know the line.
Here's the thing. I know myself. I'm pretty fun when I'm drunk. Not work fun though. Not workplace fun.
Right.
I don't care how cool of a job we have that we're on radio and it's a fun job. No.
It's a big corporation.
HR exists.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, 1 minute here.
Especially with a guy like Calais Campbell, who might be getting up there in age, but still is leading the team in pressures.
Yeah, they do a great job as rushing as one. You know, they do a lot of stunts and a lot of twisting and turning, which they get a lot of. I wouldn't say necessarily sacks, which they do get those too, but they pressures and affect the quarterback. So you know, I got to be on my game to make those minute movements and things like that. And our line got to do a good job of passing those guys off. But Calais knows what to look for, and he leads those other guys. I think 92 has done a great job. You know, they've had some injuries up there, but they've been able to still have some really great play up there. So I think that just goes to the coaching and, you know, the way that they play hard.
You know, they talk about CJ there. They're disruptive.
I don't
They don't
like
get the sacks, but they're disruptive.
I don't like it's the same thing that we happened with Deshaun Elliott when he said, like, oh, they're just not a tough team. You're not wrong, but I don't like that you're saying it in public.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. Your favorite analyst, Travis Wingfield, loves how disruptive the Dolphins are.
Yeah, but that's because that's
Chop Robinson, tons of pressures.
I love Wingfield.
Disruptive.
I love Wingfield. He's also saying that because that's all we've got. CJ Stroud is correct. He said, "Oh, they don't necessarily sack people." And yeah, it sucks, but I'm not wrong.
Could you imagine if Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb were out there with these guys?
Could you imagine if this guy from the Vikings, what's his name? Van
something.
I heard he was a free agent. Van Winkle.
That's
Winklevoss.
rip.
The Winklevoss twin.
Yeah.
I heard he was a free agent this offseason. Imagine if we would have signed him. I feel like he'd do so well as a Dolphin, especially when we needed pass rushers. But now we're just stuck with Chop Robinson. Who that's my thing is like, this is where I'm not like everyone in the NFL analyst world, where they're like, oh man, pressures, they're good. You want pressures because they change the play.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah, you want the sacks.
You got to get sacks. You got to get hits.
Yeah.
Because we've seen Tua under pressure. Still looks good.
Yeah.
Good quarterbacks.
Still makes plays.
Look good under pressure.
Right.
Good ones. Now against Aiden O'Connell or
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Mac Jones.
Right.
Put him under pressure. Yeah, I'll take all the pressures all day. You don't got to touch him.
Right.
Just get in his face. But against good quarterbacks, yeah, you need the sacks. And we notice how last week against Aaron Rodgers, who decided to play good, when we finally started sacking him, okay, now our defense looks good. Now we can actually see their punter. I forgot they had a punter on their team. How crazy.
Their head coach, D'Amico Ryan, says, basically, you got to slow these guys down. Is that even possible? Can you slow the Dolphins down? I mean, I guess teams have figured out how, but like the Texans, it doesn't seem like a team that can.
They've figured out how to stop the big play.
Right.
They haven't figured out how to slow us down.
Yeah, I guess that's what I mean. The explosive plays have gone away, but the speed is still there.
I mean, you saw last week. I don't know what it is about that it took this long for Tyreek and Jalen Waddle to have big games, because you don't need to send them deep every play. I understand that's what everyone said. Like, oh, the reason Jonnu and Achane are eating is because Tyreek and Waddle are lifting the coverage up and they're eating underneath. They don't need to do that every play.
Right.
You can send Malik Washington deep and let him make everyone go back and give the ball to Tyreek. McDaniel realized that this week. And if we can kind of replicate that, where it's like, all right, man, now we're not just using them as a $30 million decoy. Now we're using them as a $30 million weapon.
Right.
We might have something. And this defense for the Texans, yes, they have the most picks in the NFL. They give up a lot of touchdowns through the air.
Mhm.
I've heard the most.
26.
26.
26. We need like 3 of those this weekend.
Are we betting over 1.5 Tua touchdowns this week? I did.
Ooh, I think you have to, right?
Look, man, there was a streak of Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime. Like, I think he went 10 straight weeks getting a touchdown.
Wow.
And I remember every time on the Hard Rock app, it'd be like, there's no way he gets another one.
Yeah.
But I'd bet the anytime
Take
touchdown
it.
and I'd win. I'm doing it for Tua. Over 1.5 touchdowns. That's part of my octopus.
We will talk about Octopi coming up around 5:30 tonight. And on the other side, we're going to talk a little bit of news around the NFL. We mentioned Belichick is signing with UNC. OBJ got released by the Dolphins. You saw this thing. You mentioned Amon-Ra St. Brown. You see this this podcast he does with his brother Equinemius and what this dude said this week.
Xavier Legette.
Oh my God!
This is
When
my
I saw
favorite
that,
player.
when I saw it, I almost threw up.
This is my favorite player in the NFL.
Disgusting. We're going to talk about that coming up on the other side. This is Football Fridays.
Why buy your next vehicle from Doral Kia? Let us show you.
He's literally
Dude.
hunting and eating raccoons.
I love it.
What
They ask,
is-
how are you getting we'll hunt them. We'll hunt the raccoons.
Oh my God.
I like that he calls them coons. That's so Southern.
He is such a country boy.
Dude, you know where he'd thrive? In Jacksonville. I
Being
would.
in Jacksonville.
He's doing fine in Carolina.
Yeah.
That's very Southern. I'm okay with that. But dude, him and Gardner Minshew, like Gardner Minshew, I feel like was created for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think Xavier Legette was too.
Yeah.
When was the last time you had coon? Thanksgiving. Hold on, we just had fucking things. Are you having it this often?
This guy is in the NFL.
Eating coon.
He can probably eat whatever he wants at the facility. And I'm gonna go home and eat a raccoon instead. Oh, that thing hunting around in the garbage. Yeah, I eat that.
Also, like, yeah, let's think about what you're putting in your body.
Oh,
The thing you're putting in your body eats literal trash.
oh, I just remembered something. I was reading comments. I just thought of something else, but I'll save this.
What?
It's something about this. I'm not gonna say it yet.
Ah, saving it for the air, I see.
Ah!
Oh, man. We got people jumping in on the IG Live. We're in commercial break right now. So
What's up, y'all?
the reins have been lifted. Yeah, man, this is that was my favorite thing of the internet this week. Dude, also, how is Belichick's girl letting him go to a college? Like, he's already proven he can get younger chicks.
And if he's winning,
Dude,
you imagine those Saturday nights after they win games, Bill Belichick walks into your frat house.
he's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
I'm here for the Bud Light.
You thought he was Mr. Steal Your Plays? Nah, he's Mr. Steal Your Sorority Chick.
Right? Like, what's with that girl? What's her deal?
My wife might be watching.
I'm saying, what's the daddy
what's her-
issues there?
No, man. You know what's all right. So Jason Taylor
Yeah.
is married and father, like, beautiful relationship
Right.
with a girl I went to high school with. And so my wife always wonders, what was that like when a girl in her 30s or 20s at the time,
Right.
hey, Dad, meet my new boyfriend. It's Dolphins legend Jason Taylor. Like, if that happened to if my daughter came home with Cam Wake, no, I guess not Cam Wake, Jalen Phillips would be the age.
Okay.
If my daughter came home in 20 years with Jalen Phillips, my daughter's over 20, Jalen Phillips got to be in his 40s, 50s.
Right. It's so weird.
Am I a fan?
Right.
Am I upset?
Right.
It's I don't know. I know if I was a Dolphins fan and my daughter came home in 20 years, hey, here's my boyfriend Jalen Phillips, I'd be like, I approve. I
Carlos
approve.
says, what if it's Dan Marino?
Hold on. You know my daughter's 6, right?
It's gonna be 100.
You know what? Same rule. I will answer his question. In 20 years, if my daughter comes home with Dan Marino, I'm good. I am more than approve. I know I don't have to pay for shit about the wedding.
Oh, right.
I know I don't have to worry about grandkids.
Come on.
He can't get that.
Season tickets.
Dude,
Right.
I approve of Dan Marino.
You go anywhere for dinner in this town.
But
taken care of.
how would you react if your daughter came home with Jalen Phillips in 20 years?
This is Football Fridays. I'm Will Althoff. That's Luis Diaz off the air. We've been talking about this Bill Belichick to North Carolina thing.
And my question, like, what's the deal with this girl that he's with? Like, what kind of daddy issues does she have? How did she end up meeting Bill Belichick? Like, I have so many questions about this relationship.
But that's my thing. Is imagine her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine she's I as a Miami Dolphins fan.
Right.
If I was her dad, all the pain and anguish that man brought me. If my daughter says, "Hey, I want you to meet my boyfriend William," he goes by Bill. Like, oh yeah, all right, bring him over for lunch for dinner on Tuesday, and we'll do whatever. And Bill Belichick walks through my door. I know it's not the popular opinion. I approve.
Hi, I'm Bill. I'm here for the pot roast. Thanks. It was very good.
Hey, what do you got plans for the you got plans for Christmas? We're focused on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
we're focused on
Thanksgiving, and my girlfriend here, she's focused on spending all my money.
Dude, Mr. Steal Your Sorority Girl. That's
right. And like what you mentioned, like he's got the younger girlfriend. Now he's going back to college. Obviously, he's proven that
he can pull them.
He can hang out with young chicks.
Yeah.
So like UNC, they do well.
Dude.
He's walking around campus after games, going to frat houses. Yeah, I'm here for the Bud Light and your girlfriends.
Look, he stole plays. This man has no morals. He stole NFL plays. He's going to steal your girlfriend. 100%. I think it's cool. Man. We were talking about it before the show.
Yeah.
If my kid, if you're coming out of high school and your goal is not to win it's to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
You might just forgo college greatness and go to UNC. You know what I mean? Like you. I don't know how to verbalize it, which is great because we're a radio show. You get what I'm saying?
It totally makes sense in the fact that things have been more level. They've been more evened out as a result of NIL.
Yeah.
So you can go and say, listen, I've got a Hall of Fame coach here who's going to prepare you for the NFL. We're going to be able to pay you, so you don't have to worry about that part of it. You know what I mean? Like there are all these incentives that make a team like UNC more attractive to higher end talent, because if they're looking at the long term, okay, maybe I have a better shot at making the NFL playing for this team, and I'm going to make money while I do it because UNC's got tons of cash. So I got to think, are we going to win? Maybe not.
And that's what I was trying to say. That's kind of like the overarching thought with my thought process is I don't expect him to be Nick Saban,
right?
And contending for national.
They're not going to go 10-1 every year.
I just don't see it. It might happen. It's Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
I'm not putting it away from him.
And the ACC, the conference itself, not great.
Exactly. The fact that his mentality is coming in to become a NFL factory.
Yeah,
he's not going to be putting up with the triple option and the spread off, and he's going to run a very conservative NFL like team, offense and defense, that might get blown out. He might go 6-6 every year, but his players are going to go to the NFL. And that's what I'm saying is if you're coming out of high school and you're like, I can go to Alabama, I can go to Michigan, I can go to Clemson, Georgia, and compete for natties.
Right.
If I'm the big dog in that school, I'm competing for Heisman's. Or I can think about myself in 3 years from now,
right,
and compete for an NFL roster. I think I think it's a no-brainer. I love what he's doing in UNC. He might change the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they have all the tools to be able to do really whatever he wants. They're putting him in charge, and people are like, oh well, he didn't want to deal with the politics in the NFL, and it's going to be worse in college. Yeah, I'm sure, but there's going to be a lot of people brown-nosed, and there's going to be, whereas like,
let's call a spade a spade. I don't think he was getting an NFL job.
Yeah, you're probably right in that sense. Like, they say that he wanted to break the Don Shula's record.
Yeah,
he's got like 17 games to do it, but like, Obviously, the Falcons didn't want him.
He wasn't getting a job in the NFL. And so let's think about it from there.
Right.
It's very cool what he's doing in college, but it is because no one in the NFL wanted.
Yeah. So now he goes to college, and he has to deal with the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
But people are like, yeah, that's free agency. It's great, and he's got ways to sell these kids on, hey, come here, as opposed to going wherever. So I think he's going to probably figure it out pretty quickly, and be able to at least, listen, people are paying attention to that school now because he's going there.
Correct. And here's I don't know what UNC's pockets look like.
Mm-hmm.
I know like Texas has crazy NIL. I know Alabama has crazy NIL.
Yeah.
UNC is a big school. I don't doubt that they have a lot, but I don't think it's the upper echelon NIL type money that we're talking about with the other big schools, especially in the SEC, especially with all the money going to their basketball program. It is a basketball school.
Well, that was one of the things I was going to say. Does Michael Jordan want to see this become a football school?
Oof.
Because if he wants to,
his
pockets are deep.
And that's the thing is,
right.
If you're a dumb high school kid, what I'm saying is that you're a dumb high school kid that sees $100,000, $200,000 if I go play and wait to start at University of Texas, or I can get $50,000,
right,
and play and guarantee a fact, because this is what we were talking about. If you start for UNC for Bill Belichick the way he wants that program to look like, if you start, you're gonna at the very least be an undrafted free agent and get a couple tryouts,
right?
Because he's getting you ready for the NFL. That might be worth taking a little less money now to invest in myself later. Maybe
it's going to be very interesting to see.
I'm also an old man now that's like thinking of like investments and stocks.
No, I mean, it makes sense. And I think that he knows, like, he's got to make this work for his legacy. Like, I can't imagine the last thing he wants is to go to college.
Go 2-10.
Right, go 2-10, and then it's just like, oh, remember how he ended his career? It's just like, what happened with that guy? But I think that they'll figure it out, and I think he'll be okay. And he's definitely, he's Bill Belichick. Like, he's going to be able to bring in recruits. I got to think. So another story I wanted to talk about, but we're running out of time here. We'll do it in the next segment. Xavier Legette, the Panthers wide receiver, he was on the St. Brown podcast. What he said was absolutely disgusting, and we're going to talk about it on the other side. I'm Will Altoff. That's Luis Diaz, and this is Football Fridays.
The Miami Dolphins.
Oh, a national treasure.
Dude, what is wrong with this guy? You don't say that. Things you don't say out loud. Out as I eat raccoons.
But that's the thing is he's so
right.
He's such like a regular dude.
Yeah.
Like I remember Keon Coleman making all the headlines for all the like, oh man, he's just like a funny regular dude. Xavier Legette.
Yeah.
The most.
Yeah, Keon Coleman was fun. I saw a lot of his pre stuff.
Yeah.
His meetings with the Bills and all that stuff, and he seemed fun. But this guy,
to me, it's his accent, and the fact that he is what that accent sounds like.
Yes, 100%. I imagine during the off season when he's at home, he's wearing overalls.
Well, remember how like Zach Sealer lived in an RV until he got his contract extension? Like, I could see Legette living in like a trailer.
In the woods somewhere.
Yeah,
right? I could see that.
I could see him living in a trailer and like for no reason because he has the money to have like a nice place. I could see him like driving an hour to live in the mountains just with his gun.
Go hunt stuff.
Go hunting coons. I don't even think I can say that as a white guy.
I don't think so either. No.
But he said it.
As soon as he said it, and you could see on Amon-Ra and Equinemius's face, they were like, huh?
Because that doesn't mean raccoon in civilized America.
Right?
But in whatever bayou you grew up in, I get it. Raccoons. Dude, that guy's funny. Are we on right now?
No, we're coming back.
It
was a short break.
That's right. The 2-minute. The 2-minute. Nice. Here we go.
Football Fridays are on your official home for Miami Dolphins football. Will Altoff and Luis Diaz are talking Fins.
Ooh, I love the robot music.
Oh man,
Love this robot
it
music.
comes out strong.
This is one of my favorites that we use. Grandma's Boy. You've seen Grandma's Boy, I imagine.
Yeah.
The guy who writes all the video games or whatever. I can't remember his character's name, but he's like Nick Swardson's like enemy in the movie or whatever. He works at the
Yes.
gaming company.
Yes.
And he's always listening to the robot music. Somebody goes into his office one time and he's like, "Does my music scare you?" That's all I ever think
Whenever you hear
when
that.
I hear that stuff.
Yeah.
Does my music scare you? No. Dork.
That's so good, man.
So anyway, we were talking on the other side about Bill Belichick, and I mentioned this story with Panthers wide receiver Xavier Legette. He was on the St. Brown podcast with Amon-Ra and Equinemius.
No,
And
man.
he said that he eats raccoons. And both of them, Amon-Ra and Equinemius, were like, huh? Like, what? Like, what?
Well, also he didn't
Well, yes.
pronounce the RA,
Yes.
which
I think that might have been part of it for them. But yes, then they were like, well,
he didn't pronounce the ra
yeah.
in raccoons.
Yeah. So he was talking about eating raccoons, and they were like, and he was like, yeah, out of the trash. Like, I'll shoot them,
Yeah,
I'll
he's-
skin them, and I'll eat them. And they were like, what?
And then they go, when was the last time you had this?
Yeah.
Assuming, maybe a couple of years ago. He's like, Thanksgiving. Bro, have turkey. I know turkey sucks.
Hey, maybe in South Carolina there's honey baked raccoons.
Bro, I'm sorry. Turkey sucks. You know what? Actually, turkey's bad. I'll try raccoon.
I
next
will
year.
fight you. I will
What?
fight you over
if
that.
I eat raccoon?
No, turkey's bad. What are you
Turkey's
talking?
bad.
What?
Turkey's bad.
Come on.
I've never had not dry turkey.
Really?
Turkey sucks.
I'm not listening.
Turkey is the worst part of Thanksgiving.
That is not true at all. Turkey is so good.
Are you talking about like turkey slices that you put in a sandwich? Those are fine.
No, regular
cold cut?
turkey. Like
No,
a turkey
man.
leg? Turkey
But
leg.
even then, I'll go to Disney or the fair and
Yeah.
I'll get a Santa's Enchanted Forest, RIP,
Rip.
and I'll get a turkey leg.
Yeah.
I don't finish it because I get tired of the taste.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe this. I love turkey. Turkey legs. If I go to the Renaissance Festival or whatever, Camelot days, I have
And
pictures.
you'll enjoy the entire turkey leg.
Oh, I tear that thing up.
Bro, I'm fat and I don't eat the whole thing.
Really? No
I
turkey?
swear, yeah, I'm not a fan of turkey.
Thanksgiving?
Nah.
What if you pour a pound of gravy on it?
How fat do you think I am? No, that's
I'm just saying to cover the taste. Maybe it tastes a little better.
No, I'd rather have raccoon. I'd rather pull an Xavier Legette,
This
man.
is a terrible take.
What?
Turkey's bad?
Turkey's the worst part of Thanksgiving. That's why I like being Cuban. Because sometimes we just say, screw it, we'll do the pig.
Oh, well, now you're talking.
Pig is way better than
Yeah,
turkey.
You cook the pig, I'll eat that.
Name me a protein you would rather have turkey over. Because cow, I'd rather
Chicken.
I'd rather have cow over turkey.
Carlos says chicken, but
I'd rather have chicken's way better than turkey.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have chicken.
Chicken's better than turkey. Pig's better than turkey.
Yeah.
Cow's better than turkey.
Right.
Raccoon's better than turkey.
No.
Clearly, ask Xavier Legette. Fish.
Deer?
I'd rather have salmon.
Yeah, seafood. Yeah, I would probably have seafood over the turkey.
Ham better than turkey. If we got the ham on the table, I'm not even looking at the turkey.
Now
Ham is pork.
you go turkey over the ham.
You go turkey over the ham.
Yeah,
I always see the ham as like a saving grace for the meal. Like I know we wasted all the money on this butterball. Don't worry, you don't have to eat that. Eat the ham.
How did we not have this conversation a few weeks ago when Thanksgiving was actually happening?
Because we were talking about the Dolphins about to suck. And the Dolphins did.
Yeah, but like, I still think turkey is like this should have come up.
Deviled eggs. Dive bar says deviled eggs.
Oh.
That's what the dive bar stands by. If I've listened to enough dive bar episodes, I know they love their deviled eggs.
Wow.
Deviled eggs, way better. I'd rather have just deviled eggs as my protein intake than the turkey. What did you just get handed?
This just in from the newsroom.
Yeah,
Erica
what-
Rodriguez.
What did you just get?
Now,
handed?
I saw this top part of it. I see President Joe Biden commutes 20-year prison sentence. And I'm like, what is this about? And then I take the next page. Nevin Shapiro's sentence commuted.
Wait, but he hasn't been in jail.
President Joe Biden commuted the 2-decade-long prison sentence of University of Miami booster and Ponzi scheme mastermind Nevin Shapiro.
But he hasn't been in jail because he's been posting on TikTok a lot.
55-year-old convicted felon. One of a number sent down. After entering prison in 2013, Shapiro was let out in 2020 during COVID, placed on house arrest.
And now he's free. Hey, man.
Nevin Shapiro. Wow, man.
Look, I don't agree with everything Biden does. I don't agree with everything anyone does. This is a good one.
Wow, that's wild, man.
Let's get the what was it that he got in trouble for?
He was giving cash to players.
But for the what's it called? Not targeting.
Oh, now I gotta
the fact that he was paying
yeah, he was giving them
God,
illegally
Jonathan what?
paying players, giving them gifts.
TikTok from Deep Line. That might have been it, but no, he was at home. No, who was the Jonathan Vilma? He was paying Jonathan Vilma to injure other players.
Oh, the bounties.
There
it is.
Hell yeah,
yes.
bring back bounties. Hey, Cristobal, we got bounties.
Wow. Nevin Shapiro. I remember seeing the pictures. He was throwing like bowling parties.
Bro.
He was doing anything he could to hang out with these guys.
He's huge on the social medias now.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He says Cam Ward and Shannon Dawson are both going to end up with the Giants next year.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he stands by it. Again, he's Nevin Shapiro. Who knows? But
he's just saying whatever he wants.
But now he's a free man. He can say whatever he wants.
Commuted the sentence. That's wild.
Dude. Way to go, Nev. Bring the bounties back.
So we were talking about
raccoons.
The raccoons. Somebody I saw in the comments when I was reading about this story. Excuse me. Somebody mentioned lobsters and crabs are basically the roaches of the ocean.
That's not wrong.
But nobody talks crazy about that.
That's not wrong.
Those are like delicacies. You pay good money for crabs and lobsters.
You get the shrimp. You get that big shrimp wheel from Publix.
Right?
They're just as raccoony of water.
Yeah, right?
Dude, he's not whoever that is, genius. I'm gonna have a raccoon.
Raccoon for Christmas?
I remember when I worked with Paul Castranovo.
Yeah.
He had a listener that said that he works like he'll take like iguanas out of your like an Everglades guy.
Okay. Oh, those guys are a different breed.
That he brought in first. I don't remember the how or the why, but he brought in alligator, iguana, snake. Like he brought in a bunch of these like Everglades animals as like cooked up, and I ate every single one. He didn't bring raccoon, but if he did, I would have had it.
I've had alligator. I had like, gator bites or something.
Gator bites at walk-ons every time.
Yeah, I mean, it just tastes like a little chewier chicken, basically.
Dude, snake was awful.
Really?
It was bad. It was like, no.
It doesn't sound good.
I'm glad I tried it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it again.
Raccoon? How do you cook a raccoon? Is it like a stew?
You skin it,
you
cook it.
You cook it. Like,
I don't know. We've had, I don't know. Like, why are we talking about him? There's people that eat snails. The French.
That's true.
Made snails a thing.
My uncle, who grew up in Virginia, used to eat squirrel.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean,
rabbit.
People
in
rabbit,
Cuba.
yeah.
In Cuba.
Yeah.
My grandfather, okay, ready? He did it in Cuba. He also did it in America as a free man. His foot was dry and he still did this. They had Publix right around the corner. He still did this. He would raise rabbits in his backyard.
Okay.
And he had 3 kids, my mom being one of them, and they would play with the rabbits. They loved the rabbits. And just randomly one would go missing. And they'd have weird tasting chicken that night. And hey, what happened? What happened to Pepito, the black rabbit? What happened to the gray rabbit, the white rabbit, whatever one? Oh, I think he ran away.
Got out. Got out right into the pan.
Eat your food. Eat your dinner. Oh, hey, what are we eating? Oh, hey, chicken, pero it's old. It was from the back of Publix. Don't worry about it. Okay.
I just Googled raccoon recipes. Maple bourbon glazed grilled raccoon.
Count me in.
came up.
Count me in.
Real Tree Camo is the website that they came from.
DJ Rob says he'd rather eat raccoon than snail. I've had snail. I'll have raccooning.
Yeah, I've had snail too. Not a big fan.
He says rabbit isn't bad. I've never had it.
I never had rabbit.
I gotta call my mom and see if it was okay when she had it. She said that when they finally found out that it was the rabbits, they were crying.
Oh, I can only imagine, right?
Just eat it.
We were eating our pets,
dude.
God, oh my. Okay, so this is a Reddit. Old recipes is the Reddit. Raccoons? Got a fridge full of raccoon and out of ideas? How many raccoons are you cooking?
Dude, I got a fridge full of raccoons. This is a perfect website for me. But let's be real. We're talking about appreciating different people's cultures.
Yes.
Whether we want to, in this melting pot of America, whether we want to adopt it or not, it's good to appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
So let's appreciate the fact that there's people eating dogs and cats in other countries.
And yes, and also that this guy, Xavier Leggett, feels confident enough he can go out and tell everybody that he eats raccoon. He wasn't ashamed of it.
Ready? He makes that catch against Philly and the Panthers beat the Eagles last week, and then he says this. Carolina Panthers start selling raccoon in the stadium.
Right? Tailgate.
100%.
Going to be raccoons everywhere.
I'll bet there's still raccoons in the stadium this week. Not in the stadium, sorry, in the tailgate area.
No, there's probably in the stadium going through the trash.
Dude, every time I go to Miccosukee to gamble and stuff, there's so many raccoons and possums.
Really?
It's kind of scary, but once you walk in, you can't breathe because of all the cigarette smoke, and then you feel like home. And that's what you're looking forward to.
I remember walking in the Seminole Classic years ago. Oh man, just thick cloud of smoke. So me and my wife, we went to go do bingo. And you ever do bingo at Seminole Classic?
No.
They basically just give you a machine. It does it for you.
Oh, nice.
Just hand it to you, and it just does everything. So they have a smoking and a non-smoking section. I don't know if they still do what they did back then. It didn't matter.
No, it's everywhere.
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
dude,
man.
It was so bad in there. And as a former smoker, even me, I was like, this is terrible. This is way bad. There's a lot of smoke in here.
It's a lot. You can't see in front of you. There's a lot of smoke. Would you try iguana?
I might. I mean, I don't know. Like
it's the Miami raccoon.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's the mindset. It's knowing raccoons are going through the trash, all of that. That it's just like, But for me, iguanas are just running around everywhere. I'm not thinking of it in the same way.
Yeah, they're grass-fed. Grass-fed iguanas.
Right. They're vegan. Vegan iguanas.
No, they eat like worms and stuff, right?
I don't think so. I think it's all greens or whatever.
I've eaten iguana.
Yeah.
I can say if someone that I trust, if abuela made me a plate of iguana, I trust her enough I'd eat it. Now, if I made the iguana, I'd have to touch the iguana. I'd be like, no, gross. But like if someone if like a buddy of mine made the iguana, I'm like, I'm not gonna try that.
Yeah,
iguana.
I don't know, man.
That boy's country, yeah, man. Hey,
so country.
Free range iguanas.
Right? Why not?
I might start selling
running around everywhere.
Got a fridge full of iguana?
I mean, listen, there's people eating horse meat. They're eating everything. Who cares? So
Wild Fork, I think, has kangaroo.
Really?
I think I saw that.
I'm not surprised. I've seen that before. The people, they sell kangaroo or whatever.
That's crazy.
It's all frozen at Wild Fork, right?
Yeah.
So they got everything. They probably just load up. They probably have.
They might have raccoon.
I'm gonna look at this during the break.
Yeah. Let's go to commercial. I gotta look this up.
That's Luis Diaz. I'm Will Altoff. On the other side, we're gonna hear from Andre Fernandez from the Miami Herald, deputy sports editor. He's joining us for our South Florida High School football report, brought to you by Baptist Health. It's championship week. We got a couple of games all wrapped up. A couple more games ahead tonight and tomorrow. We'll talk with Andre about that on the other side. This is Football Fridays
from the Anajar.
Non-GMO free range iguana. I love that. Chris Carbo, iguana over tofu, 1,000%.
Oh yeah, for sure. Tofu.
1,000%. Iguana con arroz con guandules. That's a meal. Arroz con guandules. Arroz guandules and iguana might be what I had last time I went to DR. That might have been my meal.
Raccoon, not on the Wild Fork website. Specialty meats. Let's see what's elk.
Do they have kangaroo? I feel like my buddy
kangaroo.
posted. Yeah.
Alligator tenderloins.
So they do have gator. Nice.
Ostrich.
Ostrich?
Ostrich.
I don't.
So like
Here's the deal. I put garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper on everything.
Right. Yeah, same thing.
So I don't know if maybe ostrich does taste good with all those things.
So the thing for me with the ostrich, it's like a red meat, but it's a bird. So for me, I'm thinking it should be like look like chicken. It don't look right to me.
It's.
I'm out.
How do I cook kangaroo in the air fryer? Dickhead, in the air fryer. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think you can fit it in there. Ground yak.
Wild Fork sells whole baby pigs. How did this become a Wild Fork?
You're right.
Endorsement read.
Advertisement. Hey, Wild Fork,
Thanksgiving
please.
food such. You guys, Dive Bar, you guys crushed that Thanksgiving. Your Thanksgiving episode was great. Yeah, man. Deviled eggs. Deviled eggs.
Yeah, deviled eggs. It's good protein.
Oh man.
My daughter calls them doubled eggs.
Doubled eggs?
Yeah. No, we call them doubled eggs.
I like it.
We're gonna make some doubled eggs.
Hey man, keep Satan out of the conversation. I'm for it. I'm for it, baby.
Ugh.
Xavier Leggett. That's so funny. They sell whole baby pigs. You know who Publix has like a little sign that they say that they'll give you your pig for Noche Buena.
Yeah.
You can buy your entire because usually you
Really?
have to go to like Hialeah or like a farm or
Yeah.
whatever, and they'll cut it for you, kill it, gut it, do everything for you. And but yeah, Publix is now getting in on that.
Yes,
They'll
they
for Noche
should.
Buena they'll sell you your pig, whole pig.
Smart. Right? And then if they don't sell it, then they just cut it up and sell the parts.
They're gonna make their money.
Yeah. I mean, it's Publix. They're gonna make them. Oh man, now I want one of those.
A pig?
So good.
You have a cajachina? You ever done a cajachina?
I've done it. I've been part of it,
Yeah.
but I don't have one.
So
But dude, so good.
I did a cajachina. I've done a bunch. I've done a shit ton of cajachinas. There was
Right.
one year, so I've got like my parents had this church group where every Friday the parents would get together, the families would get together, and all the kids would play, and the parents would like talk shit, pray for like 30 minutes, and then keep talking shit.
Yeah.
But like all the kids, we so this is our whole lives. We're all best friends. We've all been each other's groomsmen and shit. And so every Thanksgiving and Christmas, we'd have like a big what we call community.
Yeah.
It was our comunidad. It was our community. We'd have a big thing. And there was one year where all the sons were like, "Hey, we're gonna do the cajachina this year. We're gonna take the mantle. You guys do the cajachina every year. We're gonna do it this year."
Yeah.
We went. Andre Fernandez. We went, got the pig. They did the things. They brought it. We cooked it. Long story less long. They didn't clean out all the intestines. And so as we're cooking it, it doesn't smell good. When we serve it, everyone's like, "Yo, what's that smell?" And then people that got that part, and like there were some people that had shit on their plate, literal pig shit on their plate from inside the pig. Luckily, the pig was big enough that we could get more pieces for him. But I was one of the people that had pig shit on my plate. Disgusting. And we cooked the shit, so it smelled.
Right.
It took over the whole backyard. It was disgusting.
Hours. How many
Disgusting.
hours?
Dude, the whole day.
Right. Cooking.
I remember
shit
I was
the whole
with
day.
Paul at the time.
Yeah.
And they were there before the show ended. Sorry. Because I stayed when I was a Paul, I'd stay till like noon. So they were there before I left. I think
Right.
they went in the like around 10,
Yeah.
picked up the pig, got to the backyard. By the time I got there around 1, they were already balls deep in it. It was already cooked, it was seasoned and everything. So I got there and dude,
Ah.
spent the whole day drinking. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. It's a drink and smell shit.
Oh,
Bro, that was the worst Noche Buena.
that sucks.
It was like, dude, we're finally like we didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
We got the pig. He did everything. He brought it back to us. We didn't do anything wrong. But of course, when the boys finally try to take over the cajachina responsibility, we're serving up shit, serving up pig shit.
Never again.
Never were we allowed. Yeah, We have not been allowed to take over since. Yeah, man.
Now I want some of that.
Dude, I haven't done a cajachina in a while. I think I did one 2 years ago, maybe. But yes, I did a cajachina 2 years ago.
Yeah, I used to work for a website, and they did it one year around the holidays, just for the office. We
It's
took out
good,
in the
man.
parking lot. Set it up in the parking lot.
It's just a cool. It's a vibe, bro. Like
It really is.
I would love. I mean, people have to take it to tailgate, right? I feel like I've never seen it. Maybe I've seen it
You
in my
don't have enough
peripherals.
time, right?
Yeah, it takes a while to cook.
Yeah, like if you're getting there at 9 o'clock, if it's a 1 o'clock kickoff, you're not going to have time to.
No, you know what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to tailgate with like a TV, and like just watch the game from the party. Like if I don't have money for the tickets,
Right.
I've always wanted to do that.
There's people that do that.
Yeah. That's I didn't come up with that idea. I
Yeah,
saw
no,
someone
no.
else do it. There's a orange something that they have a big tailgate that when I was with OID and I was covering the tailgates, these people have like a full ass spread. It's the people right next to Tootsie's. So Tootsie's is always there, and these people right across from them, and they cook, and they have like 3 chefs, and they're cooking everything: seafood paella over here, steak over here, chicken over here, and it's like there's some people that tailgate that are my tailgate inspiration,
right?
And 69 screen attempts, first in the NFL. Yeah, I'm done with the fucking screens. That
Right, 'cause they don't run the
goddamn
ball.
now
That's how they
screen.
run the ball.
Correct.
That's how they run the ball.
East 12. East 12. Yes. East 12. Mr. Rowley. East 12.
There you go.
East
Somebody knows.
dude, and they're flagged. They have a flag that says East 12. Like they are there every week. It is if you ever just go and you don't feel like tailgating, but you feel like mooching off other tailgates, Solo D is usually there singing a little bit. Like it's like a block party that everyone is there. The usual suspects are there every week, and you just go and you enjoy it. It's the shit.
That's the one thing I can't, because I do the Dolphins games. I don't get to go tailgate, pregame, or any of that stuff, man. I'm just like when I drive in at like 9:15 on Sundays, and everybody's set up, and you can see all the smoke coming from the barbecues already, man. And I'm just like, oh, I wish I could just hang out here.
But you're broadcasting from outside the stadium.
Plaza,
Yeah.
We're on the Grand Plaza. But we start at 11, and I got to be in there till 1 when kickoff happens.
Bro, if you get there at 9, East 12 is lit already. 10.
Check it out. I should go check that out. So I got time.
For the station.
Of course.
Get a beer for the station.
That's it.
You walk around there with juice, you'll be treated
forget
like
about
royalty.
Right? Dude, he's like the mayor of the Grand Plaza on Sundays.
I could imagine.
Oh, people love that guy.
The people love juice.
They love him.
You do love juice.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man. I love East 12. I wanna. So I rushed a frat. I want to rush East 12. I want to become a part of that.
How do I
family.
get in?
I want to become a part of that. I want my car to always be in East 12. Dude, it's fire.
Yeah, where do I park? Orange. I park in the orange lot. I mean, I literally parked right by the stadium. Just the pass.
Damn, when I was an intern, they made me park in pink, which is right by the canal.
That is the media overflow lot. So because I get there so
I got
early,
overflow. Okay, so they
because
didn't.
I get there so early, I'm able to park right up front. But there's a lot of people who have to park in the other lot, and then they have to wait for a shuttle after the game to take them over there if they don't want to walk.
No, just walk. It's right there. It's the canal.
It's not that bad.
I never parked in Calder. Thank God. Ever.
Oh yeah, no, that's a hike.
I wouldn't go to the game.
And then when I was there for F1, we parked along the canal, like all the way down, basically next to the turnpike.
Oh shit!
It was that far down, and then you have to walk all the way back because the shuttles to get you over to where, all the way at the other end. That was wild.
Rolly, what time do you guys start at East 12? So Will can. He says we got you. Come hang with us.
Oh, that's bad.
What time do you guys start? Because Will has to start working at 11. Are you guys already up and running by then? Can you get a couple beers in before 11, or there's a delay, so now we have to wait. But whatever time you start, and he might have tuned out. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
It's set up by 9.
Oh, get out of here. Might be there next weekend.
Good stuff. Just
And next weekend's a 4:25 game. What time do they open the lots for? Probably like noon or something.
I hate those.
Right?
I hate it. No, we don't get the sun. But we already vented about
Yeah,
it.
that was all.
It's set up by 9 for a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, so I
So
think
that's
it's like 12.
4 hours. So yeah, it would be noon.
Yeah.
Hit up Dolfreaky.
No, we didn't talk anything about that yet. Oh, she's there?
Yeah. You know her?
I met her once last year at training camp or something.
She's her and her husband, I think, do like a bunch of like road games. I remember when I went to Philly,
Yeah.
it was her and Miami Sports Music that I had to like follow to figure out where to go. It was like some L house.
Yeah.
The Finstones, I think is what it was. Fiddle. Yeah, bro. You can be there next weekend. Will's gonna be there next weekend.
Coming by.
Will's gonna be at East 12. You're gonna take off.
I'll be right back. This segment's full, so we're going right to break.
Beautiful. Yeah, so we're pre-recorded right now. On the radio, if you listen to the radio right now, he's talking to Andre Fernandez of the Miami Herald about the high school teams, the champions. I got four South Florida teams in the state championship so far. The 2 that have played have both won. Tonight we got American Heritage, and then Saturday is Teddy B's team, Northwestern. Bro, I can't believe I got that shit in my head. I'm smart sometimes. Should the Heat trade Jimmy Butler? Fuck no. No, they should not trade Jimmy Butler. But I love Jimmy Butler. I'm at the same point with Jimmy Butler that I was with Dwayne Wade, where it's like, I love you as a person so much. If being here hurts you, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not burning jerseys. Go do you. Go find your happiness.
I'm gonna bring up the topic that we never got to last week.
What?
That we started on. Now that you're talking about the Heat, LeBron, greatest Heat player ever.
Shut up. You're so wrong. You're so wrong. What I want to bring up is, and we're on commercial, so I could bring it up to the IG livers right now. The fantasy football loser guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh yeah, bring that up.
All right. Let me read to you guys. I got a couple people here.
I don't think I tagged this out. Carlos doesn't think I tagged it out, so I do got to do that.
Okay. I'll listen. How long?
Probably another minute or something.
Yeah. Let's wait. I'll be patient. I gotta find the text anyway.
$24,000. Going to be a huge game out there tomorrow night at Pitbull Stadium for Northwestern. Of course, American Heritage tonight out there. The game championship week, man. We're going to see who's. We got 2 South Florida teams that won state championships so far this week. We got 2 more who are in contention and can win it tonight and tomorrow. So good luck to those kids. Coming back on the other side, we're going to talk. Well, there's a whole mess of things that Lewis and I want to talk about.
Yeah, man. You wanna? Yeah.
No, we'll bring it up on the other side.
All right.
It's Football Fridays.
All right. If you're watching on IG Live right now, you know it's funny. I just got an alert that LeBron James is washed and is taking time off because he's washed. I swear to God, that's a brief. I
thought they were trading him to the Warriors.
Yeah, because he's playing so shitty, they're trading him. All right, fantasy football players. If you play fantasy football, I need your opinion. And share this with someone that's in your fantasy league. because I desperately need not just me, because there's some drama in one of my fantasy leagues. Not that one. That one's great. I'm going to lose that trophy. But if you play fantasy football, I'm going to give you a second. Share this live with someone in your league, with your league. Share it in your league, because I got drama in mind. All right. So there's a league that I'm in with. If you follow me, you've probably seen me do videos with Flava, Corey B, who plays with the Bananas, Savannah ones, not the other ones. But if he wants to play with those, he's more than welcome to. And so it's a bunch of comics, and then like cousins of someone in the league. So I'm gonna keep this anonymous. And I'm gonna crop out his name so you can not. I'm gonna even crop out the picture. All right. And this guy came out and texted us at 7:30. Texted us at 7:30 on a Tuesday in the morning, and this is what he said. So, where's the text? Here it is. He goes, "Good morning. Since I have struggles with English. Since I have probabilities to finish last, I need to make this clear. I never agreed to any punishment. If I would have known that then, I would have never played this season. In fact, I'm anyways retiring from fantasy football. This is not fun for me. I'm willing to send $50 to the champion, but nothing else. Please do not insist." That's what he sent us. That's this right here. Look at that. He sends us this out of nowhere. What do we do? Because here was the idea, the plan, which was never agreed to completely, but it was the one that we've kind of agreed on, is walking around Brickell City Center in the Bruno bathing suit. One lap around Brickell City to get your steps in. It's hot. You get some air. I don't know, man.
They're not making you get a tattoo.
No one's getting a tattoo.
You know,
I'm not making you spend 24 hours at Waffle House. I'm not making you do 10 minutes at the Improv.
Oh, 10 minutes sounds awful.
So we've had the on the open mic nights.
Oh man.
Where the dudes got to do 5 minutes, but it's written by everyone in the league. So you have to do the jokes that everyone else tells you to do.
So it's like the Colin Jost Michael Che thing on
exactly
SNL.
And that's fun because
that's great.
If you introduce them on stage, you know, I can't hear anything. Oh, because I unplugged the thing. Mr. Rowley, that's 100% loser talk. 100%. If he doesn't,
right, like
it should be like
just have fun.
Either do the punishment or like when he says send 100 to the winner, like overcharge.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Totally agree.
All right, we're back. We're gonna say it on the radio.
We're back here on Football Fridays. We'll all talk with Luis Diaz, and on the other side, we heard about those high schoolers.
A couple of big games coming up this weekend.
Bro, I love to see South Florida succeed, man.
I know, right?
I love to see the South Florida boys crushing it. I hate that we didn't get a South Florida team in every division, but we made
so
it
close.
South Florida made it to every semifinal.
Yes.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So 4 of the 7 playing in the finals for the state trophies. 2 of them won this week. 2 more tonight and tomorrow. We'll see how that goes for those kids. You want to talk about the fantasy football thing?
So if you play in a fantasy league, you may play in a league where the loser has no punishment.
Yeah,
that's fine. Those are acceptable. I play in a league with a bunch of comedians and cousins of one of the comedians, and we as the league was being created, we're like, what's the punishment going to be? Who cares about the winner? The winner will get some money, get the pool of money. That's fine. But what's the punishment for the loser going to be? We never came up with one.
Mm-hmm.
We land on one every now and again, but it's never like confirmed. But the one that we've landed on the longest is walking around Brickell City Center. And if you've ever seen Borat, the swimsuit that he has, that is just like a
big V,
of cloth, and that's it. That's
like a super banana hammock.
that's the one we kind of agreed on, kinda. But even then, it wasn't set in stone. So like, there's opportunity to change it.
That's not terrible.
It's not the worst punishment.
Nah.
It's not the worst. There's the 24 hours at Waffle House. There's
Tattoos.
There's getting tattoos.
Yeah.
There's spending 10 minutes on the improv stage of doing material that your friends write for you, so you can get canceled. Here's the message that we got this Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. Too early to send a message. Good morning.
Starting off with a good morning. This sounds like it's going to be a stern message.
Since I have probabilities to finish last, struggles with English, that's not his fault. I appreciate him trying. Since I have probabilities to finish last, I need to make this clear, : I never agreed to any punishment. If I would have known that then, I wouldn't have never played this season. In fact, I'm anyways retiring from fantasy football.
What?
This is not fun anymore for me. I'm willing to send $50 to the champion, but nothing else. Please don't insist. Dude, this is a long message.
Chunky text.
This guy spent the entire night
Freaking
weeks
freaking out.
Nervous,
Yeah.
terrified that he had to walk around in that V string.
Like,
I love that.
V string's good. It's 5 minutes, maybe not 5 minutes. Maybe
I don't
it's
know
20 minutes. Say it's 20 minutes.
I don't know
20-minute
how
walk.
big. I don't know how big Brickell City Center is.
You know, it's like, and then it's gone forever.
I'm not making you walk around Sawgrass Mills. That's a
Right.
huge mall.
Yeah, right? Just walking around. And listen, the majority of people aren't even going to be paying attention.
Dude,
You know what I
it's
mean?
Miami.
Right.
You're not going to be the craziest thing going on.
Exactly, right? It's just like, oh, there's another guy in a bathing suit. You must be from Belgium.
Dude, we received this message and it's like, this guy's clearly serious.
7:30 in the morning.
7:30 a.m.
Good
He's
morning.
telling us he's retiring from
I'm
fantasy
out.
football because he doesn't want to walk around in the Bruno V string. Dude, what are we supposed to do?
Was it Odell Beckham Jr.?
He is not in our league. He is not in our league. But I do. No, it's Devondre, whatever. His
Yeah,
name.
right.
Just
I don't
quitting.
want to play.
Dude, the guy
Dude,
literally.
I mean,
is
come
like,
on. And like,
do you remember when you were a kid?
yeah,
And you were playing football,
right.
and you scored on the guy, on the kid, on your neighbor, happened to be his ball. He's like, oh, I don't want to play anymore. I'm taking my ball.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Or playing basketball, or even like
Right.
when you're playing tag or hide and seek, and the kid that gets in is like, I don't want to play anymore. That's what this guy's doing. Dude sounds like he discussed it with his wife. 100%.
Oh, yeah, right. He was like, how am I going to text these guys?
Honey,
See,
what do I tell my friends?
right.
What do I tell them?
And here's the thing. If he texts you 2:00 in the afternoon and he just says, hey guys, I'm not really comfortable. Like, can we figure out something out?
Hey,
can
guys.
we figure something else out? Like, I want to own up to the loss or whatever. Is it like, maybe there's something else?
Is the Borat thing set in stone? Can we discuss other
right,
options?
right.
No,
Now-
this guy's retiring from fantasy.
Now there is no other option.
And please don't insist.
Right?
Dude. This guy, the fact that it came in at 7:30 and it was such a long text, he wrote that out last night.
Yeah.
And he was battling for weeks about sending it or not.
How many times did he edit it?
Oh man.
That's not even the whole text.
Well, the fact that he has so many grammatical errors tells me I hope he didn't edit it much. Because of strong probabilities, I finished last. I need to make clear. I never agreed. Dude, like, what do you do? So he's saying he's retiring from the league. Fact of the matter is, if he wasn't retiring, he's not allowed back in the league. It's not even my league.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not the commissioner.
forget it. Right.
This is George Kittle last night said, I've never played with anyone like this. I never want to play with anyone like this. That's how I feel like George Kittle right now. Retiring mid-season, call him Antonio Brown. Yes.
Oh, there it is.
He
Did he take
AB'd
off
us.
his shirt after he sent that text and throw it out the window? Or something?
He didn't quit like Devondre Coleman or OBJ, because those guys still want to play. He Vontae Davis.
Yeah.
He AB'd. He retired.
He's out.
He
Done.
didn't say I'm done for the year.
Right.
He retired for his life.
That's it. I'm done. Right? Like, how do you get to a point in fantasy football where you're like, I'm never doing this again?
Look, man, I've gotten to the point where like this year I'm in 5 leagues.
That's
And
a lot.
I promised myself I'd never do it again.
Yeah.
Because there was 5 years ago or 6 years ago, when my daughter was a newborn. I was in, I think, 4 leagues, not even 5. And it wasn't fun having to go through the 3 different apps and do everything.
You're
and
rooting for every player to like. There's no
on this league. And this league, I have this guy. And this league, I'm playing against them. It's the weirdest. So that's when I was like, you know what? Maybe not 5. I'm going to stick with 1, maybe 2. But I never thought about retiring.
No.
R.A.P. Vontae Davis. He's still alive.
Yes. No, he's dead. Yeah, he died.
That's right.
He
It
died
was
a few
so
months
tragic.
ago. Yeah, I forgot
my God,
about
it was
that.
so tragic. Oh, Bobby, why did you have to kill the mood? Bobby, you ruined the mood.
April 1st. It was
That's
no April
right.
Fool's joke.
I remember that. It was out of nowhere.
Yes, totally. He was just like him and his brother were just they're trying to get some company off the ground. I remember looking at his Instagram and they were doing like luxury shuttles.
Oh, Bobby,
like
you
Maybach
really-
shuttles or something. They had some, like some high end, like if you're, you want to go out for a night on the town and you want to go cruise in their vehicles or whatever, they got drivers, they'll take you out. And they're
Damn.
like super nice vehicles.
Fonte.
And and then that was that.
Sucks. I remember. Yeah, now I remember vividly after saying he's still. Yeah, no, I remember now, Bobby.
Completely forgot about that.
He's still retired in the middle of a game. So let's give him that. Dude, can I call my grandma? You remember that?
Yeah.
On Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. That's crazy.
Oh.
But yeah, R.I.P. also this guy. He's dead to me in this league.
Out.
There's no way. Just take the punishment. Or
and I wonder like if he was in the other position, would he be like, nah, man, you gotta wear the Borat bathing suit.
Brother, if he just wasn't in the consolation bracket, because I'm in the consolation bracket in that league.
I
don't
lose.
care. I could very much lose. If he was in the winner's bracket, he'd say, I buy the V-string.
Right.
I buy it for you, my friend. Probabilities of me buying it are 100. I met the guy to drive. Like, this guy would be, oh, Jess, you have to do that.
Not
you
him,
lose.
though. I retire. I'm out.
Bobby says I made it very much worse, the Monte situation. I think I did too. You might be right. But also I'm making this fantasy situation worse. There's no way if he was winning.
It's unacceptable.
Well, the problem is he's 3-12. And I think the second worst team has 6 wins.
Okay.
So he's
done. He's toast.
He's got he's done. Yeah, man.
That's it, man. Just you approach it a different way and say, hey, let's talk about this a little more, or whatever it might be. But the good morning at 7:30 a.m.
Good
and
morning.
the chunky text.
7:34 a.m.
Ugh.
Which means he woke up at 7:30 to start writing it. He had an alert on his phone. Start writing message at 7:30. Good morning. Since I have probabilities to finish last, I need to make clear I never agreed to any punishment. I'm retiring from fantasy football. This is not fun anymore for me.
Well, sayonara, guy.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Fantasy football, man. It's not that serious. It's not a big deal. Like we said, just go do the walk. Whatever.
Dude.
This guy needs to read the 4 agreements. You know what the 4 agreement? You know about that book?
I mean, I know about the book. I don't know what
one of the
4
agreements is that like
Corey Cubano's in this league. Corey Cubano just tuned in. He's in this league. Yeah, this is what I'm talking. Corey, I need you to talk about this. I just showed the message with my wife, so that's not the message I meant to show. But Corey, you're in this league. Chime in. Corey's another. He plays for the Savannah Bananas.
Yes,
he's
I'm
another
aware.
comedian that's in the videos of ours, and he's in this league. Him and I both are texting Flava on the side, like, "Yo, what are we gonna do about this guy? Is this guy for real?" Sorry, what were you saying about the 4 agreements?
So the 4 agreements. One of the agreements is that like you don't take anything personally, and like people got things going on in their lives. Like,
You're not that important.
It's not that important.
Yeah.
Like just go out and do it, and listen. People will find it amusing. You'll entertain some people. You might make somebody's day.
Bro, but what,
They might see you and go, oh my God, that's amazing.
you end up on Only in Date. Sure, I don't like only work with them anymore, but like you end up on who cares?
Right.
It's a story. It's
Fun.
24 hours.
It's just fun.
Dude,
Come on.
also, I gotta keep harping on this. It wasn't set in stone.
Right. There were still things that you could have done to say, hey, how about we do something else?
Figure out another punishment.
Right.
Oh man, I gotta get really drunk. I gotta take a shot for every point I lost by. That's alcohol poisoning. Maybe
Yeah.
not that, but like there's so many other options. It was not set in stone. He's retiring from fantasy football because he doesn't want to walk around in a Borat bathing suit.
That's a big step,
dude. I'm very fat and overweight. Yeah, I'm running now, and I've
looking
lost
great.
I've lost 50 pounds.
You look fantastic.
Sure, but I know it's not going to be pretty if I walk around in the Borat. I know, but I will. I'm in the losers bracket. There's a chance.
If you lose, you gotta do. You pay up,
or I'm pretty
maybe
good.
You'll retire.
I might retire. No, man. I'll just finagle another punishment.
That's it, right? Like there are options, guy.
Bro, Corey, what do you think, man? I gotta get Corey to call in.
We're talking fantasy. On the other side, we got Brandon Kravitz, our fantasy guru. Fantasy guru. That's the word. Host of the Fantasy Fix on the iHeartRadio app, and here locally in South Florida on Fox Sports 940, beginning at 10 a.m. Sundays. He's going to join us on the other side. That's Luis Diaz. I'm Will Altoff. This is Football Fridays.
Good. Corey, did you talk to Flava? Corey, if you're still here, did you talk to Flava? Because I did. Oh man, I felt so bad. I was like, yo, is your cousin being for real? And he's saying, he says, what I don't like is that he waited till he lost to say, I'm not doing this.
Right.
Yeah, don't wait till, like, from the beginning when we were talking about it, be like, yo, if I lose, I'm not going to do that. Can we do something that I would do? From there.
Did this person engage in the conversations about potential punishments?
I don't know. I don't remember. I can scroll.
I mean, either way, in the conversation, aware of what's going on, never speaking up through the entire football season to go,
All right. I searched it. The only people talking about punishments were me, Flava, and Corey.
Oh, there you go.
I said, where was it? I remember I put in the idea of getting frosted tips, like Justin Timberlake. Get some frosted tips, like not even cut your hair into a mohawk, which is going to take a long time to regrow. Dye your hair a little bit.
Frosted tips is good.
Yeah, dude, I remember I even said it. Literally on October 4th, I said people will pussy out of the Borat costume. And
wow. And then that was that.
And then Flava said, whoever pussies out, I will personally hunt them down, kidnap them, and Sharpie, I'm a P word. I've already said it. Why did I censor it then?
I thought you were saying another P word.
No, it's the same word. All over them and leave them tied to a tree in Tropical Park. That's what Flava's gonna do. If I gotta.
Now you gotta screenshot that.
There it is. Dude, I gotta find out because we had a lot of funny punishments. But I can't find them now. Well. Loser has to karaoke a song. See, that's whack. I gotta find this. Oh, all right. He did text when the Borat idea first came out. He's like, let me break the ice. I vote no to the punishment. So he did vote no. We live in a democracy, bud.
There's only one vote.
You voted no. We all voted yes. That's funny. And then Corey said, "What is a suitable punishment for you?" He's like, "The guy will pay extra $50 to league champion." So he's
There you go,
standing
he's
by to
sticking
his
to it.
word.
At least he's sticking to it.
That's so funny. Oh man. Bro, that's so funny. I'm glad I was able to find it.
Well, there you go.
Took a lot of scrolling, but yeah.
Damn it.
Well, that reminded me of, you ever see The League?
Yeah.
That's Nick Kroll's character, with how he would tinker,
Yeah.
and it would always fuck him up in the end. That's what this guy's
Too
talking
much
about.
thinking, man.
The tinkering. We're back. I found the text. If you're still watching from the fantasy talk, the guy did vote no from the beginning on the Borat costume. So whatever. Who cares? Still got to make him do it.
Oh, yes. Start your studs.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this scared the shit out of me. The Miami Heat have agreed on a trade to send Thomas Bryant to the Pacers.
Oh. All right.
Not the trade I was thinking of.
Not Yimmy.
Not Yimi. Thank God.
No, he's gone.
You think so already?
I think so.
But what is it about Pat Riley that when we have D Wade and Jimmy Butler now that these guys just ask out?
I think that he's been here for like 6 seasons.
Yeah. You hit the ceiling.
Yeah. Like they had their run, and like at this point, like they haven't been able to get any of these free agents to come here.
No.
Like Dame Lillard and I can't remember.
But that sucks because
Bradley Beal.
Lillard sucks because the owner literally was just sabotaging the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Said, I'll send you anywhere else.
Right.
And it's like, fuck you.
Yeah. They haven't been able to get those guys, and like they just keep running the same dudes out there every year. For the past 4 seasons, it's been the same dudes that can't. And when you look at the East, the teams that they got, like you look at the Cavs or you look at the Celtics, and you're like, they're not beating those teams.
No.
Like you look at their rosters, and you're like, they got no depth.
Brandon says Dame was the killer. I don't think because that was so long ago. I don't know if that was the killer, but man, that's definitely one of the haze that's breaking the camel's back.
Yeah.
We need Scalabrine. Who's Scalabrine?
Former the White Mamba. You don't know the White Mamba?
Is this a player?
Yeah. He used to play with Kobe. He's not good.
Ah, okay. So he's eating shit. I'm like, yo, send them back to Scals. I don't know shit about basketball, man. White Mamba. Yeah. Okay.
White
Mamba. I
Mamba.
don't know shit about basketball. Dude.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, if somebody wants to give you something for Jimmy, I think you just take it.
Well, Barry Jackson keeps tweeting like
Vanilla Godzilla? Let's go.
the Vanilla Godzilla?
I never heard that one.
Yes.
That's good.
One with the Celtics without any time on the court.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Brian Scalabrine. Brian Scalabrine to shut up certain basketball fans. He about.
Oh yes,
He was like
played
5 years out of the league.
Yeah.
And he took on the top 4 street basketball players in Boston in like a tournament, like they do. Like
And he was 5 years out of the league.
And he was like 5 years out of the league, and he took on those 4 guys, number 1 last, and he kicked the shit out of all of them.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Brian Scalabrine in his career maybe shot 53 pointers or something like that. In that fucking last one, he was just like 3, came back, 3, half court, 3.
Damn, so all those dudes at
drilled
Olympic Park that think they could play for the Heat.
Right. And so like his whole thing was like he started, you're great, come on down and take on the Vanilla Godzilla.
That's
and then
the
you
greatest
can get your
name.
White Mamba trophy. He had a White Mamba trophy because
Did he ever lose?
He's like, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. Like I'm the guy that waves the towel at the end of a bench. I can kick every single one of your asses.
Right.
That is a fucking awesome line. I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me.
Yeah. After that, he took on this like school badass, like the top high
Crushed
school
him,
player,
too.
and just annihilated.
10 years
like,
later?
my legs are shit. I'm destroying you. This is where I am. This is where you are.
Yeah.
You're not in my
He just
league.
wanted to prove to everybody, like, you talk about the 12th man on the bench, like
the guy that went. There was a. I don't have. Yeah, I guess. There was a rapper that we brought in for a PK show, and came in with like his posse. And I guess at one point in time he came in with like his posse like a year before. But like when we opened up the doors again, we like brought him back. And the entire, like, you remember the old studio, like walking all the way up and everything. I had to walk those guys all the way up. The entire time there's a dude in his crew who's just like burning a hole in the side of my face. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this guy's problem? And then I finally got him to like the door, and they're all sitting in the lounge area. And like one of the guys were up in front. I was like, bro, what's up with your boy? Like, why is he killing me? It's like, he's kind of mad about what you said about Little Dirk. He's kind of mad about what you said about Little Dirk. Like, is he like Little Dirk's little brother? Like, what the fuck did I say about Little Dirk? Says he called him a towel waver. I called him a what? Says you called him a towel waver. A towel, and then like I was thinking in my head, I was like, "Are you saying that I said that Little Dirk could wave a towel at the end of the bench in the NBA?" And all of a sudden, the dude's like, "That's right, you called him a towel waver." It's like, motherfucker, do you realize the compliment I just gave Little Dirk? You know how badass the guy at the 12 that who's waving a towel at the end of a bench in the NBA is? Like right now, Udonis Haslem can't play 2 minutes in the league, but he will smoke every last one of you motherfuckers out there. Right. That's how badass you need to be. Like Little Dirk.
That's so funny.
I'm not saying.
I thought he was gonna be like, he's talking shit about Lil Durk yet. That is Lil Durk.
Right.
Like, because I can't point him out.
That he's starting on a team, but if he dedicated a year of his life,
like
J. Cole did, he might get a 10-day deal. He's got game like that. Like he might get a 10-day contract. Little Dirk's got stroke. He can handle the rock. Like Little Dirk's got a step on. Like he's on that level. He's kind of like a little bit better than Master P.
Better than Bronny.
He's about
better than Bronny.
He's about like if he dedicated himself for a whole year, like he'd be like right there with Bronny.
How would Bronny do against Vanilla Godzilla? Get killed or lose? There's a difference between getting killed and losing.
Get killed. Like Vanilla Godzilla, like when he went out, he'd get killed.
Yeah, he's also like inches or more.
He's bigger.
Vanilla Godzilla.
Yeah.
Guys, I need to.
Scalabrine, redheaded guy.
Like Lewis taking on Armstead. All right, I like this. Lewis taking on Armstead because I didn't play D-line. I played offensive line, but I promise if you put Zach Sealer in front of me,
he truck you.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'd be able to hold him. I don't know. I don't know how long, dude. You put me in pads and you put Zach Sealer in front of me. Yeah. Well, naturally, one-on-ones are leaned towards the D-line. I don't know how long I last. Especially Campbell.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, because they're going forward, you're going backwards, right?
Yeah, just naturally, like if you're doing one-on-ones, it's hard for the offensive lineman to do well. So that's always understood when like you're watching one-on-ones. But like if I'm doing a one-on-one with Zach, fucking Benito Jones, I might be able to D up Benito Jones. I got a good base, right? Yeah. I just got a fucking power step, fucking. Dude, Benito Jones I got. Deshaun Hand I got. Because these guys are big and they're going to get high. Yeah. I just got to stay low, right? Just fucking.
Oh, well, Calais is like 8 feet tall. Then you got him too.
This is too wide a base. So I'm going to stay right here.
Okay.
And just fucking. Give me. How long did it take Tua to throw out the ball? 2.3 seconds? I'll hold I will hold Benito Jones 2.3 seconds. Easy. One-on-one too. No help from the guards. I'll hold Benito Jones. I'll hold maybe not Calais. Calais will literally and Zaxley will literally just pick me up and put me.
The thing you got to remember about the guy that's waving that towel at the end of the bench is that the guy that LeBron is working out with in the game to like take on, that's who he's playing against.
Right.
He's playing against those guys. So that guy who's sitting at the end of the bench is the guy who's D'ing up Braun at practice.
Right.
He's the guy who's giving him a workout.
Well, that's the same thing with
level
like
that
the Quentin Bells of the world that he was wearing the penny to be Max Crosby.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's closer to Max Crosby than we are to him.
Right.
All you are is base. That's rude but true. Tim Tebow would destroy Bronny in a one-on-one. Is Bronny that bad, or are you eating shit again?
Ronnie, he's not good.
There's no way he's not good. There's no way he's there. He has to be good.
It's okay.
Who wins on a one-on-one? Him or Khalil Ware?
Hello, he's way taller.
Okay, fine. Him or no? Jovic is who's the small Hawkes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't hear. My volume's down.
He's a G League guy.
Okay, so so we're talking about Bronny being a good bench guy.
Yeah.
That's what Spo made a career on. Caleb Martin, Max Strus, these are all bench guys. Would Bronny thrive in Miami? How would Bronny do with Spo in Miami? I don't know enough basketball to answer that. It's so funny that being LeBron's son,
right,
is what made him. If he's not LeBron's son, does he make it to the NBA?
No way.
For real?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Because I remember Dwayne Wade's son was doing well, but even being Dwayne Wade's son didn't take him far.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, Jordan's sons, like UCF.
But it's funny how like the studs' sons don't go far. But you're looking at Carlos Boozer's kids being the best high school players in the league.
Right.
And it's like a mid NBA player
Yeah.
creates better kids than the stud NBA player. It's because he wasn't on the NBA long enough to be a faraway dad. He was able to help his kids. Then again, LeBron didn't have a dad, right?
No.
So you don't need dads to be in the NBA. I don't know, man.
I don't think that's a good thing. Man, we got talking basketball. And last week, I mentioned something to Lewis.
Something dumb.
I just
Let me preface
randomly
it.
said, it's like, hey, LeBron, greatest Heat player ever.
Nope. But you
And
see how
that's
going
going to start fights.
But you see how you're wrong because LeBron isn't the greatest Heat player ever. LeBron might be the greatest player to play for the Heat, but he's not the greatest Heat player. The best, you're saying he's the best person ever wearing a Heat jersey to play with that jersey on?
I don't think anybody thinks of LeBron as a member of the Heat. Like in his career, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a Cav. He's a
Cav and a Laker.
That 4 years with the Heat or 6 years, whatever. 4 years? I think it was
4 years because
Yeah,
we
4
won
years
one,
with- yeah.
lost. We lost one, won two,
Won
lost
two,
one,
then
and he
lost
left.
one. Yeah. Nobody. Like he's not going into. I know that they don't do this with the Basketball Hall of Fame, but it's not like he's going to put on the Heat jersey for his Hall of Fame bust.
No.
In the Basketball Hall of Fame, but best player to play for the Heat. I guess that's what he would be.
That's what he would be because he is not the best Heat player of all time.
He won 2 championships when he was with the Heat.
Yes.
MVP.
I would put
with the Heat.
I would put Chris Bosh as a better Heat player than LeBron James.
Dwayne Wade, obviously way better. Zoe. And this is a guy who does not know a lot of basketball. I do know a little bit about the Heat. And I saw all 4 years. I was at Dolphin Mall 2 of those years when we won. Went to La Carreta. Partied it up.
Pots and pans. Let's see.
Tomorrow,
So,
LeBron will be a tropic. Him and Will Ferrell.
what is a tropic?
You know. Was it Detroit Tropics?
No, it was Lansing.
It was a Michigan team.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Everybody love everybody. ELE. Everybody love everybody.
LeBron, in his years with the Heat, he averaged 26.7 points per game, 27.1, 26.8, and 27.1.
Tyler Hero can do that. The Flint Tropics.
The Flint Tropics, that was it.
Attaboy, Brandon. Thank you.
Yes, won the NBA championship 2 of those years. When did he win his MVPs? Did he win MVP as a member of the Heat?
I don't think so. I
don't
think they would've given
remember.
it to him.
I don't think so.
Dude, Dwayne Wade is the greatest Heat player of all time.
12 and 13. Oh, no, 2012, 2013, MVP. So 2-time MVP when he was a member of the Heat. Won 2 championships as a member of the Heat. I don't know.
Dude, he is not the greatest Heat player of all time. I can't be alone on this. Carlos, turn your mic on, please. I cannot be alone on this. Carlos, don't do talk back. Turn your mic on. Dwayne Wade is the best Heat player of all time. That's why he gets the ugly statue. You think LeBron's getting an ugly statue? No.
I agree with you. I'm just messing with you.
Man, why do you gotta break my heart? Bro, you know I'm not healthy.
This is fun.
You know I don't have a lot of years.
LeBron, listen, as a player, the greatest player to have played with the Heat.
Well, LeBron is the 3rd greatest player of all time.
But as a Heat player over the duration of a career, yeah, you got to go with Dwayne.
LeBron is the
Maybe
third
Ronnie
greatest
Cycling.
player, 3rd greatest player of all time, and that I stand by.
Harold Miner, Baby Jordan. Oh, you weren't even around for
You
Baby
got Jordan, you got Scalabrini.
He's no Bimbo Coles.
Bimbo
got
Coles. We're throwing it way back.
Bro, my favorite Heat of all time, my favorite Heat player of all time is Norris Cole. I don't know why.
Where'd he go? Kansas? Is that right?
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know
know
anything
why I'm
about him.
thinking
I
of that,
remember
but
watching a
I know
Christmas
Chalmers
game
went to
that he was playing,
Yeah.
and he was just Sonic the Hedgehog, just running, doing suicides. Just he was the first guy on either side of the court, and I was like, I like him and Joel Anthony,
Oh,
2
Joel-
high motor guys.
Yeah.
No, zero ability, but high motor.
Eddie Jones was a great member of the Heat.
Mario Chalmers.
Dan Marley.
I wanted Norris Cole to start over Mario Chalmers. I was like, Mario Chalmers is a bum. Give me Norris.
Man,
Now, one of you said Tim Hardaway.
Hardaway was my next one, Carlos.
Hardaway Jr. for me. I'm kidding. I don't care. I don't.
Mario Chalmers, like, what an amazing run he had being a part of those teams that won the championships.
What about Shane Battier?
Battier? Who's your daddy, Battier? Man, they had some great players come through.
No Glenn Rice.
Glenn Rice? Yes.
Nah, Glenn Rice. I don't know him. I don't know him. Again, I don't watch basketball. This is a football show.
You don't know Glenn Rice?
Wow. Are we talking?
Sarah Palin?
Wow. This is a football show. Let's talk about the Dolphins.
Yeah, let's talk Dolphins. Could LeBron play tight end? Do you believe that?
Not as good as Jonnu.
Ooh, Jonnu's been a monster this season. At least the past 4 weeks.
Better than Kate Otten. Only because I just learned his name 2 weeks ago.
Buccaneers?
Nah, yeah, Buccaneers.
Yeah, Johnny's been really great. And I think that that's part of the reason potentially why the Dolphins today were like, all right, Odell, you can go. We got our guy. We're not worried about it.
You want to talk about Vanilla Godzilla? We got to talk about River Craycraft. That guy is the Vanilla Godzilla. I love River Craycraft. And I love that he...
Here's the thing I don't understand. Everybody loves River Craycraft. I don't understand it.
Because he's a blue-collar guy.
Like,
lunch pail
he's
guy.
Gym rat.
Fundamental.
Coach's son.
Real headsy player.
Right.
Between the
Yeah,
ears.
exactly.
Wins between the ears. What are the rest of them?
Yeah, all of
man,
them.
He knows the playbook left and right. He's not afraid to run block. And he's where he needs to be. He's not good enough to not be where he needs to be. Tyreek Hill is.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill will run wrong routes, and Tua will find him and hit him.
Yeah.
That we saw that all last year and even a little bit this year. River Craycraft is not good enough to do that. So he's so reliable. It's like Trent Sherfield. I wish we still had Trent Sherfield because he was the same way. Just a guy that I know, it's a racist joke saying the lunch pail thing, but like, you know what I mean? But like Trent Sherfield and River Craycraft are two of the same guys. Guys that understand I need to work for my paycheck.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to run block my ass off.
Yeah.
I am going to run every single route you tell me to with 100% intensity every single time. And I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch the ball. That's what River Craycraft is. And that's why I'm excited about him coming back into the starting lineup as our third receiver.
Yeah.
And he's who we're all expecting Malik Washington to become.
Mm-hmm.
Just tough.
I guess it's one of those things where you've got, obvious superstars in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. It's like, how do I find my way? What can I do that these guys aren't doing to maximize my time on the field?
We need a couple Shane Battiers.
That's it, man.
And Malik Washington, especially River Craycraft. River Craycraft is a Shane Battier.
It's a good analogy.
Yeah, you're spending all the money on the big guys.
Right.
But you still need the contributors.
And it's interesting, too. I mean, not that River Craycraft is necessarily this guy, but a guy like Shane Battier who comes out of Duke, big time player, or like Chris Bosch when he came here.
Yeah.
Hey, we know that you can score 25 and 12, but we're going to need you to get 18 and 10 and really just like clog things up for us, make more opportunities for other guys, so.
Look, we're going to call it the big three, but.
Right. It was two.
Yeah.
And really, it was just the one guy. It was LeBron.
Chill, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
No, but that's it, man. Like, I guess that's what it is with River Craycraft.
I think this is a move, by the way, that they had in their back pocket since this last week against the Jets, because Craycraft, healthy now, was a healthy scratch. And I think they went up to OBJ, who, as we've said on the show, this is not new news. This is a guy that wasn't happy here.
Not celebrating people's touchdowns.
Celebrating touchdowns.
Right. Just
not talking to the media. Like, this is a guy that just kind of a negative presence, not getting the ball. When he did get the ball, half the times he wasn't catching it.
I'll mention this now because he's been waived. I was at F1. I was covering F1.
Love this.
And I saw him. I got a couple of pictures, whatever. And
was he with the Dolphins at this point or no?
Yes. He had just signed with the Dolphins.
Nice.
And I was like, hey, OBJ, literally walking like right in front of me. Hey, can we get a fins up? Just completely ignored me. Just kept walking. And I was like, oh, okay.
You know what's funny is when he left Cleveland and him and his dad were on Twitter just crapping all over Baker Mayfield. And we were all like, yeah, Baker must suck.
Right.
And then time passes and you're like, well, the rest of the players seem to really like Bake. So I don't know if I get maybe he was just mean to OBJ. And now we see it in Miami. Yeah. This is a guy, again, like, to me, the biggest indictment is your team scores a touchdown. You're not celebrating.
Right.
You're not with them having fun. You're catching half your targets. This is a guy that didn't want to be using negative presence. And I think this last game was that last shot. It's like, hey, we're going to put Craycraft on the bench. You're going to be our guy. Earn it. And he didn't. And they're like, hey, you want to take a couple personal days? Go look for other teams.
$3 million they gave that guy. Just like, sucks. Because, you think, oh, got something here. Maybe you get him on some special plays later in the season. And it was just nothing. He did nothing.
Meanwhile, Jonnu and Achane are eating.
And
so it's not like the opportunities aren't there.
Right.
You just didn't take advantage.
Achane's getting the ball because OBJ isn't
doing his job.
He's not open. He's not available. No. Nothing.
Yeah, man. I'm okay with him being gone. I'm not okay with the fact that we paid him.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it was just
nothing.
What is with Chris Greer? I get that the team is sponsored by Baptist Health. I get that we have a segment sponsored by Baptist Health. Is that why Chris Greer loves signing injured people? Like, think about it. We got Tua coming off an injury.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle coming off an injury. Jalen Phillips coming off an injury. That's just drafting. Now we're talking about OBJ, who we got supposedly knowing he was injured.
Yeah.
Knowing he was going to miss the first chunk of games. Bro, this is stupid money. It's bad money.
Yeah, it's a little loose. You don't want to be so loose with the purse strings.
Giving Bradley Chubb a bag.
Yeah.
Giving like these you're making this is the thing. Every GM has hits. Every GM has misses. Chris Greer, as bad as I want to talk about him, he has hits.
Mhm.
The three guys I mentioned, as injury prone as some of them are, they're hits. Bradley Chubb, when he's on the field, is a hit.
You got Tyreek here.
Zach Sealer,
Jalen
hit.
Ramsey.
Achan got him in like the 5th round.
Right.
Hit. Like Calais Campbell. How'd you
Right?
get this guy?
Nobody was expecting him.
Jordan Brooks. You chose Jordan Brooks over Jerome Baker. That's a major hit. But the misses are way too big.
Yeah.
You let Gink go. He's having defensive player of the year type of year.
Wilkins.
You let Wilkins go. You let Rob Hunt go and you keep Liam Eichenberg. My guy, we got problems. And this is where it is. This is just another notch on the fire Greer because you paid OBJ $3 million to be a locker room cancer.
Right. Yeah, it just never got a good vibe from him. Like, it just, I don't know.
No, I got a buddy.
Did he, you would think that he wanted to be here because of the potential in the offseason. Everybody's like, oh, that's a Super Bowl team. Sure, I'll go join that team and see if I can
It's
win
a Super Bowl team that needs a third option. That's
Right.
what
Like, they're
everyone was
not
saying.
going to
They need a
rely
third
on
option.
you. You're a third option. It's these guys, whatever.
But you're going to eat. But you're going to come down here and eat.
Yeah, it just never seemed to
be
in it.
I got a buddy, Miami Got Jokes. If you follow him on Instagram, he hates Tua, but we see eye to eye on pretty much everything else.
Mhm.
And he's a big Rams fan. Hates Puka Nacua. I'm like, so you just if you hate, he thinks Puka's bad. Like this is the guy I'm arguing with, but he's got good takes on other things.
Okay.
He reposted a video he made as soon as the Dolphins signed him, saying that OBJ is just coming down here to get paid to live in Miami. And I remember when that video, when he first came out, I was like, dude, you're stupid. He's gonna eat here.
I believe it.
But yet now, hindsight being 2020, he may have just been paid $3 million just to live in Miami.
I mean, like all of his press conferences, everything. He just never seemed to be into it. And you don't know if that's just the guy's personality or whatever it might be, but just never seemed like he was just along for the ride.
Hey, I'll double down on Marcos's opinion that he put on his that he's posting today.
Okay.
OBJ made a career off one amazing catch.
Yeah. That's it.
He was Eli Manning, Hall of Fame, not yet, will be one day. Hall of Fame, Eli Manning's only option, made one great catch, coasted on being his only option for years. Victor Cruz was at the end of his career. It was his only option. Like, of course, he's going to have these gaudy stats. He's a Hall of Famer's only option. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
He made a career off one amazing catch. He's never been a world beater, ever. Oh, he was going to be the Super Bowl MVP against the Rams. Yeah, but he wasn't. Oh, but he got injured. Bum. If I'm going to be the Super Bowl MVP, I don't get injured. My grandma raised me strong. I'm fuerte, bro.
Yeah, I'm just going back and looking at the stats. I mean, he had with the Giants, so it was the first 3 seasons, and that's when he crushed it. 91, 96, 101 receptions, 1,300, 1,450, 1,367, 12, 13, 10 touchdowns. First 3 years in the league were his best 3 years in the league. And
then he fell off.
He's got 2,000-yard seasons since, but beyond that, nothing.
I would have rather signed, if we're going to talk about wide receivers from LSU from that class, I would have rather signed Jarvis Landry this year.
Bring him back. Bring Juice back.
Have him be like a late career Devon Bess, where I'm not going to do much, but I'm going to stand at the sticks and I'm going to catch everything you throw at me.
Just need a couple of plays here and there, but yeah, just couldn't
I'm
do it.
done. I'm happy he's gone, and then I hope Chris Greer follows him. And the problem is, if we beat the Texans, there's a decent chance we win out, and we make the play. If we win out, 80% chance we make the playoffs, brother. If it says it's 80% chance of rain, you walk out with an umbrella because it's going to happen.
That's
so
it.
if
Man.
we make the playoffs, Greer's not going anywhere. And
No
that's
way.
the biggest problem.
No way. That's it,
the
man.
problem.
I mean, I know that going into the season, everybody was like, "Oh, you got to win a game. You got to win a playoff game." That's
still my standard, by the way.
I agree.
I don't care that it's on the road anymore.
I think 100%. They still got to win the game. But yeah, Tua being out and that lull in the middle of the season, like that will help him in a sense, if they don't make the playoffs. People, oh, well, if Tua was there.
We're going to be the 7th seed. Who's going to be the 2 seed? Our neighbors to the north.
Right?
Our neighbors to the north. We know exactly who it's going to be. Maybe Pittsburgh, but we know for a fact it's going to be Buffalo. We're going to have a 3rd game against Buffalo this year if we make it to the playoffs. I like the way we looked in the last time, but we still lost by 1 point because our defense sucks.
Right.
So we're going to make the playoffs. We're going to lose in Buffalo. Chris Greer's going to have another job, and we're going to be in this same Groundhog Day next year.
If the Dolphins lose, according to NFL.com, they still have a 5% probability of making the playoff. Why? Why do they give you even the 5%?
9-8's not going to make it, but 10-7 might.
Yeah.
10-7 gets you 80%. And I think there's a lot of ways we can beat this Texans team. They're terrible in the middle of their offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only part of our defensive line that's nasty right now.
Yeah.
In Zach Sealer and Clay. We can get to CJ. Our offense, they give most passing touchdowns in the NFL. They give up the deep play. They do.
Which should play right into this team's hands.
The blueprint is there for the Dolphins to win. And if we win there's a good chance we win out, which leads to me being more angry in the offseason.
Hey, it prolongs things, though. Make it to the playoffs. Get to talk more about it.
Hey, we don't get fired immediately.
That's it.
We don't get fired after week 18.
That's Luis Diaz. I'm Will Altoff on the other side. We'll dig a little deeper into this weekend's matchups. Week 15 of the NFL season. This is Football Fridays.
From the Anachar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
It's not hard time, so it doesn't matter. In this next segment, I got nothing lined up anyway, so perfect. Oh. So the Broncos and the Colts this weekend need them to tie. Because if they tie, because you don't want either of them to win,
Okay.
right? Because if they tie, then you have a game up on them.
No, but then they don't have a loss.
No, but it's the wins, right? So,
That's true.
they stay at 8 wins. The Dolphins win. They move to 7. So then they're only a game behind the Broncos. And they move ahead of the Colts.
I'll take it.
So that's it. We're hoping for
I'll take it.
Broncos Colts tie this weekend.
What was it? Remember that game? The Raiders. I don't know who at the end of the season that if they tied, they both made the playoffs.
Oh, right.
And it's maybe they could theoretically just take knees.
Right.
It'll
And
be
they,
over
and
in an
they
hour.
went out and they're like, nah.
And they fucking played.
Right.
Losers. Dude. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. What's next? What?
I got to, my wife and son are having a bed day tomorrow, which means,
How do you hook that up?
well, my wife wants to have a bed day. She just wants to sit around bed all day,
Love that.
watch TV,
That's the dream.
eat food in bed, all of it, whole day in bed. So she wants to have a special day with our son. So they decided they're going to do a bed
nice.
day. They're just going to sit in bed all day tomorrow, eat pizza, watch movies, whatever.
Live the American
Live
dream.
the life. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my daughter. I saw a Golden Corral commercial. I was like, oh man, I want to go to a buffet, take her to a buffet, like a breakfast buffet.
You got a Golden Corral near you?
There's Piccadilly. I don't think the Piccadilly is buffet though. There's somewhere, but I can go over to the casino because I live by Gulfstream
Perfect.
or Dania. I think one of them does breakfast buffet. I gotta figure this out.
I
Last
don't know.
weekend
I don't
we
know.
went for-
Broward is a problem, so I can't think of anything.
Last weekend we went for a walk for an hour and 20 minutes.
What's up, Jay Cordova? Que hola? A walk for 20 minutes?
An hour and 20 minutes. We were just out walking around. So I know that if need be tomorrow, we can just go walk for a couple hours and she'll be fine.
Can I tell you that the biggest thing for my health has been this baby?
Really?
Because she falls asleep so she won't take a pacifier.
Mhm.
She's got reflux, so she's always crying. But she falls asleep when you walk her around.
Oh yes, you were telling me.
Exactly.
The best.
So at home, she feeds. I sit on the glider. I rock her to sleep.
Yeah.
But if I'm at my in-laws, that I don't want to be there anyway. My wife feeds. I put her in the thing and I walk a mile.
That's awesome.
And now when I started running. I bought the. I think I told you that I was gonna buy the
push stroller,
the jogger.
the jogging stroller. Yeah,
I bought it, and now I'm running a mile every day.
that's awesome.
Marco says that we're sexy.
I believe that. This is Football Fridays. I'm Will Altoff, Luis Diaz on the other side, and we're talking about this game happening Sunday. Dolphins,
Texans. Off air, we were talking about my son and my wife are going to spend some time together tomorrow. They're going to have a bed day,
which I've never heard of until. I mean,
this is my
makes
wife's.
sense.
This is my wife's thing. She just wants to spend the whole day in bed, watch TV, watch movies, eat pizza, whatever. Just stay in your pajamas in bed all day.
Had I not had a newborn right now, that I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, give me a couple years, I'd have taken that they can just be on the iPad all day. Oh, I don't care. Consume all of it. I would kill for a bed day.
Like, I can't relax enough to just do a bed day.
You're
That's my
wild,
problem.
man. I can do nothing.
Like,
My
I'll
wife
get
hates
up,
it.
I'll start doing dishes, have to clean up the kitchen. The kitchen is my domain in our place. So, like, I cook meals and I do the dishes and all that stuff. So, like, I wouldn't be able to relax. Oh, I got to make food or something. I got to go clean dishes. I got to get the coffee pot, right? Whatever it might be. I always find something to do. I can't just like sit down and do nothing.
That's where you and my wife would get along, because her thing is I can always find, unless everything is perfect, I cannot just sit down and do nothing. I'm like, dude, that's when I thrive. Like, if there's dishes in the sink and laundry that needs to be folded, oh man, there's no better way to sit. You can put your feet up on the laundry.
Walk right by everything.
Dude, grab a cup from the sink that's lightly used, put your feet up on the laundry that needs to be folded, relax.
I can't.
Look, my wife just texted me. Bed day seems like my worst nightmare. I am Will. So I know there's a delay. She's gonna hear me
That's
say all this.
amazing.
But yeah.
Yeah, like I couldn't do it. So I think that's why my wife is taking advantage of this with our son, because
He
he's
can do it.
willing to do it.
He can
She's
do
like,
it.
finally, I'm getting my bed day.
Dude, that's the dream.
I couldn't. So I'm trying to figure out things I can do with my daughter tomorrow. I might take her fishing.
Oh, hell yeah.
We've been fishing once. It was the greatest day of her life.
What'd you use as bait?
I bought little like bait fish.
Nice. The shiners.
Yeah. So there's a bait shop near us, and we go over to over in Dania. There's a couple of parks. Sometimes I'll go over into what used to be John U. Lloyd. I can't remember what it's called now, but there's a bunch of parks over there.
It's Broward. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. So we'll go fishing over there. But it was like maybe a month and a half ago, I took her fishing because she's been wanting to go. So finally I took her fishing. And she must have caught like 3 or 4 pufferfish her first time out there.
Brother.
It was the greatest experience of her life.
So I love fishing.
Yeah.
Before the newborn, I tried to go at least once a month, ideally more. But
I got my stuff in my
I got
car.
kids. I have my rod in my car too.
Let's
and my
go.
tackle box. Yes, I'm ready. I have my rod, my tackle box, and my bucket with the bubbler
with the water,
for the shiners.
circulate. Yeah.
Yes. I love fishing. I can't go anymore, but I don't like there's the people that go on the boat like, oh, let me go find the marlin. Let me go. I like hooking fish, reeling it in, taking a picture, putting it back in the water.
Yeah.
I don't like the sport of it. I just like catching things.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'll get shiners. If you get shiners and you go to any man-made neighborhood lake, all of these are connected to the Everglades and they're all stocked up with fish. All the man-made lakes.
Interesting.
So if you get shiners and you take it to a man-made lake, you are going to have a field day. You can take worms. You're not going to get as big a fish.
Right.
But you will have a field day. A buddy of mine taught me that. I ever since then, I had changed my life.
Huh.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Because I used to go to to Biscayne, to Key Biscayne.
Yeah.
And when you're in the ocean, you're in the elements of the ocean. Like these fish could be here. They could be in 90 miles away in Cuba.
Yeah.
In a man-made lake, they are there.
Huh. That's very interesting. Yeah. I always I fish mostly on the intercoastal. And I don't catch a lot of stuff.
You're at the will of
That's
the gods.
it, man. I'm
You're at
out
the will of
there
the
and I'm
gods.
just throwing my rod out at nothing. And most of the time, it ends up being puffer. If you got shrimp, that they go right
Dude,
for the shrimp.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
eat the crap out of that. So anytime we go out there with shrimp, it's like puffer day. But
Eric knows. Eric, you got a big fish in your profile pic. He might be able to attest, but he does the saltwater fishing.
there you go.
But I see, like, when I would go to Biscayne Bay,
Yeah.
get the shrimp. I think I caught puffer. I caught the puffer fish. I was terrified. I put it right back.
They're so weird. They got like human looking teeth.
It's disgusting.
It's so weird.
But I don't like not catching things. That's my problem.
100%.
So like I'll go to the Everglades.
Yeah.
And I'll cast out lines and stuff. And if I don't catch anything, I get mad. It's like,
Yeah.
you know what? Screw this. Let me go to my lake, catch 3 peacock bass, have a day.
Call it a day. That's the thing, man. I'll end up staying way longer than I want to because I'm not catching anything.
You have to
And you're
catch
just
something.
waiting and waiting and waiting. But
You have to catch a fish.
you
have
gotta
to,
you have
can't
to
go out
catch
fishing and not
something,
catch
right?
something. My dad.
I catch a buzz.
So my
Not always
Hell
fish.
yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
A couple of tall boys, just that's it, man.
You're not an alcoholic if you're drinking by yourself, but doing an activity, you know?
Yeah.
So
100%, yeah. Any way you
counts.
can rationalize drinking.
If it's rational, it's passional. You know what I mean? My dad didn't know much. So when I was a kid, my dad would take me out fishing, but he didn't know about fishing.
Mhm.
And so we'd never catch anything. I got older and I realized one of the times he used hot dogs as bait.
Oh.
Another time he got like squid, a canned squid from Publix to use as bait. Like he was the worst.
Tried.
Like this, he's also the reason I'm not in the MLB. He was my baseball coach. He never played baseball his life. And it's like, stop being so involved, you know? Like let another
We
guy
appreciate your passion.
let an illegal from Cuba coach me up, and I'd make it to the pros. I'd make it AAA off my name alone. I'd make it to the AAA.
There you go, right?
Luis
Oh,
Diaz.
Luis Diaz. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he
gotta
was
sign
drafted.
that guy.
Jump in and
he's
shoot
a
him.
defector?
My dad?
No, I'm saying.
Oh, me?
Luis
Yeah,
Diaz. He a defector? Get him on the team.
He used to play catcher, right? Yeah. Put him in. Eric says jump in and shoot him guaranteed. That works. That works.
Oh, there you go. Fishing.
yeah,
I
man.
didn't know that you
I love fishing. My dad made me the worst fisherman.
Yeah.
And then I had to teach myself how to be a fisherman.
Yeah,
and now I'm good.
my dad used to take me. So I grew up in Philly, and then we go to the
Y'all
Jersey
got fish
Shore.
up in Philly?
No, we'd go to the Jersey Shore, and we go out on like party boats.
They got
There-
fish up there?
Yeah, so you go off the coast of Jersey.
In the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go in
Sorry.
in Pennsylvania, they stock lakes with trout every year. So
Ooh,
you
I've
can
seen
go
the trout bait. That's
Yeah,
like
so-
balls and
So you can go out and go trout fishing, like opening day of the season. There's people everywhere, all out there.
I don't know. I've never done it. I've been to I went to the mountains in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And they have the trout things, and you can go catch. I was like, nah, I don't know it. I don't know it. I have to watch a couple of YouTubes.
Yeah. So we used to go out Jersey Shore and do some fishing, but like that was it. Like I didn't do very much fishing growing up, but I really enjoyed it. I just never. So as a grown up,
You do it.
when I lived in Hollywood, I used to go out all the time because I lived right by the intercoastal. So I'd ride my bike out
Yeah.
there all the time, and I would always be out there fishing.
Well, I would go. I remember when I was in high school, me and my buddies started fishing.
Yeah.
And Walmart, when it was open 24 hours, stupid COVID.
Come on, man. That was the best thing ever.
When it was open 24 hours, we would. Oh, my dad just texted me. Hot dog was my mom's idea. That is true. Sorry. We would go. It'd be like 10, 11 at night.
Yeah.
We'd go to Walmart, pick up worms, go fishing. And we're in college. We're in high school, college. And my mom, I remember, sat me down one day. It's like, look, if fishing is code for something, I'd rather know before I have to pick you up in jail. And I'm like, Mom, no, fishing is fishing.
Really fishing.
And she's like, you haven't caught anything. I'm like, we're bad, but we're fishing at midnight. The fish are asleep. We don't realize that. But we really were fishing every
It's
time.
amazing.
We'd go to Walmart, get the worms, go to the lakes, never catch anything. Fish were sleeping. That's what we told.
I got so I live in Hillcrest, which used to be a golf course in Hollywood. Now it's a big development, and there's a few man-made lakes back there. I've never fished back there, but I wonder if there are fish in there.
If it's a man-made lake in South Florida, It is stocked to the gills with largemouth and peacock.
That's
Go get
crazy.
shiners. Get in there.
I
Get
never,
worms.
Like, I walk by these lakes all the time, and I'm always like, they're not. I never thought that they'd be connected to anything and be have anything in there.
For the 3 months I worked at Only in Dade,
Yeah.
I hit the guy's house who were working out of the Only in Dade content house, and it was on a lake, on a man-made lake.
Yeah.
And I would just spend the entire day with not even real live bait. I like live bait because it's easier, but I would get like the fake, the artificial worms,
Yeah.
and just catch largemouth.
Crazy.
Like that. It was awesome.
I'm gonna go fishing out back tomorrow.
You have to go to the bait shop.
I get a
some
bunch of
shiners.
fake bait in my bag.
I have fake bait, but I don't use it because again, I like catching it. I don't
Yeah.
like the sport of let me make it look like a real fish, and then I'll get a bite.
Right.
No,
I only
I'll put
have
a
it-
real fish on.
I
get a
only
bite.
have it because I'd like to have something available to me.
In case, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
I
I
have
got
a
all my
frog
stuff,
in
so,
there. I've
yeah.
never caught anything with it. I've cast it out a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll go buy shiners, and then when I'm done with the shiners, all of a sudden I don't feel like fishing anymore, so I never use the frog. It's crazy how that works.
So this is a football show.
Oh yeah.
On the other side, we'll talk a little football.
We're not gonna talk about the McRib.
Oh, we should, man. I almost ordered one today.
I was throwing shade to the other guys that are live at this time.
Let's talk about Shamrock Shakes.
Let's talk about Shamrock Shakes.
I could get real deep. All right, so on the other side,
Let's talk sports betting.
Lewis
Football.
and I will give you our octopi for the week. 8-legged parlays on the Hard Rock Bet app. We're going to talk about that on the other side. Football Fridays.
From the Storm Tight Windows Weather Center.
We continue on our day with pretty much cloudy skies across South Florida. Grab a light jacket. Temperature drops again tonight with a low of 65 in Pembroke Pines, 65 as well in Cutler.
I got my backpack.
Bro, I'll
I
show you
got
my
a
trunk.
Mini tackle box back there. Yeah,
I
got
actually
all
think I took out my rod. Yeah, I put in I took out my rod, but I have my 2 tackle box and 2 buckets, each with a bubbler.
That's awesome.
I love it, man. But again, I refuse to go fishing without live bait.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking use. I have a shit ton of lures. And my wife, I remember last year, she bought me like this big ass thing from Bass Pro Shop of a bunch of different worms and lures and stuff, and it was like a dream if I was into it. And I'm not. I was just like, babe, thank you so much. Can't wait to use these. And I never did. But again, you take those fucking fake worms to the man-made lakes. Even there,
Crazy. I had
it's not as
no
much as
idea.
a real worm or a real shiner.
Right, but still.
But if you can work it, like I got good at it. I got good at working. I catch largemouth all the time. Let me see if I can find pictures of it because of the location. Location. There you go. Look at this shit.
That's awesome.
Big ass largemouth, size of my head. We're still here. We're still live. I gotta find my octopus.
8-legged parlays.
I remember the days before my octopi betting, and then you introduced me to the brighter side of life.
The end of it.
Haven't won a bet since then,
The
but
end of smart betting.
it's so funny because I bet so much, I constantly get it on my algorithm on my feed of like, hey, this is how you should be betting. A parlay you shouldn't do parlays. If you do, it should be 2, maybe 3 max. Fuck you. I do 8-leg parlays.
8, bro. 8. 8 is great. There's a reason it runs.
Yeah, but 9 is fine, you know?
Oh, 9 is fine. 5 is alive.
You put 7, I'm in heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, so you got it. There you go. Best day of my daughter's life.
And she caught the 3 puffer fish. But that's ocean. That's saltwater.
Yeah. Because of the shrimp. Dude, shrimp out there, you'll catch a million puffers.
my uncle, the one time I'd fish in the God given water, not the man made water.
Yeah.
The only time I'd ever do that is my uncle used to have a house in the Keys on a canal, and so with my kids, I'd go a lot by myself, especially during COVID when I was unemployed.
Yeah.
Drive down an hour and change to the Keys. On the way down, get shrimp, live shrimp. Go to his house. He would rent it out, or just it wasn't his main residence,
Right.
so like it was always empty. So I just fucking on a Wednesday pick up the shrimp, go fishing and catch. I caught a barracuda.
Nice.
Is that us?
Not yet.
Oh,
but here.
But I caught a barracuda with a shrimp down there. Yeah, the shrimp, it's candy, bro.
Yeah. We are back here on Football Fridays. We'll all talk Luis Diaz, joining you until 6 o'clock. So
who wants to make some money? Who wants to
us.
make some money?
It would seem not us.
Nah, we've got locks.
Oh, so last week, my octopus, one of the legs, George Pickens, did not play in the game. So basically, they void out that bet.
It was a septipod.
The rest of it, though, everything hit outside of Mike Evans. I hit 6 of the 7.
That's more annoying. More annoying than just missing.
Burrow over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Chase Brown touchdown. Jameis Winston over. Russell Wilson over 1.5 passing TDs. Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. Over 64.5 rushing yards for Saquon Barkley. All of those hit. Mike Evans anytime touchdown. That was a $5 bonus bet, plus $22.95. So that would have paid over $100. Thank you, Mike Evans.
Yeah.
So.
Damn.
So close.
Damn.
So close. Who you got this week?
All right, this week, this is a Dolphins show. Football Friday is a Dolphins show. So I got 3 in the Dolphins game.
Okay.
I got the Dolphins to win, money line, because they're not even the favorite. So that's free money.
Oh, yeah.
If they win. I got the Dolphins money line. I got Tua Tagovailoa over 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Sorry, over 1.5, so 2 or more. He's done that the last 4 games. The Texans give up the most passing touchdowns in the NFL. It seems right. Again, these are all educated choices. This is how I convince myself, and this is how it hurts when I lose. And then I got Jonnu Smith over 4.5 receptions. If this game goes into OT, we know that's a lock. So that's happening.
Let's hope.
Brian Thomas Jr. over 62.5 receiving yards. He's playing against the Jets. He's got 80 yards a game since Mac Jones came in. I got that. I stole this one from you. Jameis Winston over 0.5 interceptions.
That's a gimme every week.
Got to take that one. This one used to be a gimme. It kind of slowed down, but against the Bills, I expect a shootout. Amon-Ra, anytime touchdown.
Okay.
I got the Eagles to win, money line outright. Eagles to win. They're against the Steelers. And then I got Justin Jefferson over. This one scared me, but I took it anyway. Over 82.5 receiving yards. That's a lot. I think he can do it. He's playing the Bears.
That's who it is.
The
Yeah,
Bears
I knew
suck.
that they were playing somebody who wasn't great in their division.
The Bears suck. It's a division. Like I can do it. Of course he won't because I put money on it. But if I didn't, he would.
We're gonna hit one of these things.
Bro, we have to, right?
We're gonna hit one of these things.
Like no, but notice how we're not taking the gimmies.
We're not. Yeah.
Like
we're
the
still trying
Ravens.
to make it fun.
The Ravens game minus
1600.
We could take that.
Could. I considered putting it in there.
I might, but I feel like I'd lose money by putting it in.
Remember that one week I took all favorites? That didn't hit.
Still, yeah, no gambling.
And were close. I really tried to pick it, but all right. So I got 2 in the Bengals Titans game. Jamar Chase anytime touchdown. Burrow over 2 passing touchdowns.
Okay.
Browns. I have 2 of them in that game.
Let me hear it.
Winston over half an interception.
You have to.
Come
You
on.
have to.
Jerry Jeudy anytime touchdown.
Yeah, man. Yeah, those kind of seem like locks in the last 2
He's
weeks.
been on fire the past few weeks, so we'll see.
I might put my house on Jameis Winston, just like a solo bet. Just Jameis Winston over half an interception.
I know, right?
I might have to.
The other night, I had a parlay going on which involved Luka Doncic.
Okay.
And he needed he had 2 points in the first half. So I noticed that on the Hard Rock Bet app, it was over 16.5 points for the game was what they had his line set at. So I was like, oh, well, let me get in on this. because he's definitely going to get into double figures. Luka
It's
Doncic
Luka Doncic.
scores. So I was like, all right, well, let me grab that one. And he hit it. And then a little later, they had lowered it because he hadn't scored any points. They lowered it to 12.5.
You hit that.
And I had everything in my account. I put it all on that because I was like, oh, he's definitely going to hit that.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, those things, they're like gimmies. It's the Winston, like,
Bro,
put the house on the half an interception. He's definitely going to hit it.
I need to stop with these parlays because I haven't hit a bet in so long. Sorry, finish your parlay.
Mark Andrews, anytime touchdown. Speaking of the Ravens, they're going to be in New York to take on the Giants. Chuba Hubbard, I got him with an anytime touchdown against the Cowboys.
Works.
Aaron Jones, anytime touchdown. And then Brock Bowers on Monday night. Raiders at home against the Falcons, anytime touchdown. So it's plus 16,188. $1 wager will make me $163.
See, mine is exactly half of that because $2 will make me a 164.
There you go.
So I have better odds.
Let's go.
Bro, I haven't won a bet in so long. I haven't won a bet.
We've done this all season. One of us has to hit.
It only makes sense.
I mean, all of these, the legs you have sound realistic. The legs I have sound realistic. This is why they're building casinos.
this is where they get their money.
The guys on the other end, how do they even set those guys, man? Like, talk about stat nerds. Like, the people who set these lines, they're always right.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. And then the ones that look like the most lockish are the ones that, like I remember I had Saquon over 10 receiving yards. And this is the week after the reverse hurdle.
Oh.
And I'm like, that was all on a pass. Like,
right.
10 yards.
One catch.
This is easy. And he's going to get at least 2. Like, bro, he didn't even get 1 receiving yard that game. I was like, there's no way.
How do they know?
There's no way.
Do they have the almanac from, like, Back to the Future 2?
They are him. They are Biff. Biff
what
runs.
is going on?
Biff owns the Hard Rock Bet app, and I hate it.
All right, so good luck this weekend.
Thanks, man. You too, brother.
On the other side, we might feel.
You feel?
Oh, I feel.
I feel.
On the other side, we're going to talk to Walter Marca Dolphins. This is Football Fridays. So, you there, Los? Oh, good.
All right. Walter Merca Dolphins. Merca Dolphins.
This dude's definitely from Philadelphia.
This guy?
Yeah. His accent is like, I'm like, oh my God.
What's a Philly accent?
That guy. Like, if you hear it, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like,
what's a Philly? That guy.
Yeah, like, and it's
That's
weird
funny.
because I don't hear it in myself. Like,
I don't
but
hear an
every
accent
now
in
and
you.
then my wife will hear me say things, and she's like, "Oh,
Is it
there's
when
your
you're
Philly accent?"
Is it when you're angry?
I don't know. I don't think it is. I think there's just like,
Because my Miami. Wait, what is it?
right, yeah, like there's just certain words I guess I say that she hears it in. Oh, right.
Chocolate, 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 chocolate.
Yeah.
I know.
But I'm so far removed from Philly. Like, I haven't lived there in 27 years.
Bingo.
Oh, right. It comes out. Yeah.
I don't know. I always think I don't have a Hispanic accent, and then I leave Miami, and it's like, oh, you're Hispanic? Where are you from?
Right, but it's not
Mexico.
like you definitely have it, but like it's not a lot.
No, I don't have a Hialeah accent. I got a
Right.
Kendall accent. But when I get angry and I stop trying to sound American, it comes out. And it comes out in my laziness in speaking. So I'll be like, if the fucking Dolphins don't fucking score right now, and then I'll catch myself, I'm gonna be really upset. But like I'll be every time I'm watching him, I won't say Jesus Christ, I say Jesus Christ. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Jordy, you're back, baby. You left. You're back. We had it. We canceled the show while you were gone. We paused the show. Now we're gonna start again because you're back. Appreciate you coming back. Now we can finish.
You can't say that.
What?
Now you're gonna finish?
Hell yeah. now that this guy came in, I can finish. Can only finish when a dude is there.
Got it.
Bro, this game must have sucked. I'm so happy. I was so tired from my newborn. I didn't watch most of it.
Oh, I got a good one.
You got a good what? Mercado Flint? Okay.
And we are back on Football Fridays, the final segment this week. I'm Will Altop. That's Louis
Louis
Diaz.
Diaz, we appreciate you checking in as always here on Fox Sports 940 in Miami. Fox Sports Radio Orlando in Orlando.
Oh, really?
That's where it is.
Huh.
Your mic's not on. There it is.
Jesus. That's fine.
Stop pushing the button.
It was on in Orlando, though.
It
It just wasn't on in Miami. It was on in Orlando.
Around this time, we like to finish our show out.
Would you like to feel?
We like to feel. We like to talk to the spirits. You feel?
Oh, what did you?
No, you feel.
No,
you feel. No.
you said it before you came on the microphone.
I feel.
What did you feel?
I feel.
Walter, Mercadolfins.
This week.
What did you feel,
Today
Today?
we let go.
What?
OBJ.
Oh, yes, we did do that.
His hands only held on to 9 balls.
Ah, that sounds like the dream. Walter Mercadolfins can only dream of holding onto 9 balls.
He leaves. He opens up a hole.
Oh,
The wide receiving core.
you're making me so excited. Tell me about this hole.
We talk about River Craycraft.
Oh, Manila Godzilla.
He's going to have a catch.
One catch?
This week, he's going to get his first catch. I feel this weekend, River Craycraft gets his first catch of the season.
Yeah.
We say yeah, but he hasn't caught any passes this season.
That's true. And OBJ did not catch many.
He caught 9.
He did not catch many.
He will have a catch this weekend in place of OBJ. And you know what?
Glad.
I
It's
was
not
going to
going to be a
say,
touchdown.
I was going to say maybe he'd get more than 55 yards, but now I take that back.
No. But you know what I am doing?
What do you feel?
I feel what it is was the number that OBJ had. OBJ, 3 letters.
3.
His number that he wore on his jersey.
3.
I feel the number 3 going in the Tua Tagovailoa touchdown column.
Ooh, I like that.
He's not going to have 2 touchdowns like the Hard Rock Bet wants you to think. He's going to have 3 touchdowns.
They give up the most passing touchdowns in the league to the Texans.
It's for him. It's for him to do that. 3 touchdowns for Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins, oh no, I feel more.
Oh, feel. What do you feel?
The Dolphins win by 3 scores.
Ooh. 3.
That one's not gonna happen. Let's just stick with the 2-1.
Hey, 3 scores. It could be a field goal.
3 field goals.
3
That's
field
9
goals.
points.
9 points. They win by 10. You
By
win.
3 safeties. They win by 3
That
safeties.
counts.
They won yesterday by 3 safeties.
Counts.
No, I see 3 touchdowns, but it's not just that. I feel like it's a new world. A whole new world. What else is new? World records, new records, new world records for Tua to have more than 75% completion. That's too little. 80% completions.
Ooh, he's been great. He's really been picking it apart. So last game, 70%. Game before that, 80, 72, 77.
He's going to have more than 75 complaints because the number 3 out of 4 quarters in the game, 3 touchdowns, 3 out of 4, 75% completion percentage. Not 3 interceptions, dude. I almost said something I don't think I'm allowed to say. Dude, not 3 interceptions, 3 touchdowns. Listen to Walter Mercadolfin.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. Maybe one of them will be on the ground.
Dude, I'll put that in the Hard Rock app right now. I'll put that in the because I saw that.
They don't run.
Not
They don't run
Tua.
the ball. Nah,
You can't
not
slide into the end zone, baby.
but he could definitely get 3 touchdowns.
I see it. I see a path for it.
Right.
Will it happen? I don't know. If we get within the 5, I know we're not going to run it in. We're going to try to run it in. We're not going to be able to.
No, it's going to be a screen.
So if we can get to the red zone, I know we got one. Every time we get to the red zone, I know we got one.
Yeah, 2 last week, 2 the week before, 4 the week
4
before
against the
that,
Pats.
3 the week before that. I mean, he's been on fire. Like, I don't think that's any sort of understatement. And like,
I could see a 3-0 game. I could see another one. Just the way this defense is. Remember, they have 16 picks. They lead the NFL in picks. 5 of them were against Goff. They had that one nasty Goff game.
yeah, and Tua doesn't throw interceptions.
He ain't Goff, baby.
At least not during this streak. He's not throwing interceptions. So
Knock on wood, man. Knock on
he's only got 2 games this season where he's thrown an interception. The 3 against Buffalo and then the 1 against the Rams. Outside of that, no picks.
Oh, he's nasty.
Yeah.
I think he could have a 3-0 game, maybe 250. Just because I don't want to be greedy and say 300.
I guess that's it. I guess we're wrapping this up.
Do you feel? I feel.
You feel?
No, that's just what I did feel.
Oh, I feel.
You're done feeling?
I'm done feeling.
I said all I feel.
I feel like this was a fun show.
This was a fun show.
Yeah. We learned a lot.
By the way, the McRib
Yeah.
is it's a Dominican dish called a chimi.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I ordered a McRib because I'd never had one.
Yeah.
And I ordered it, and it's just a Dominican. It's if you go to a Dominican restaurant, order a chimi.
Same thing.
And just don't put it in their sauce. Put
Yeah.
it in barbecue sauce. It's a chimi.
Huh.
McDonald's is just getting Dominican. I can't believe I thought it was going to be anything other than.
The last time I had one, I thought to myself, I don't need another one of these. But then I see it on the menu, and I'm like, maybe I want to try it again.
Try it again.
Why not?
Look, man. Fridays in Lent. I look forward to my fillet of fish.
You get it with or without cheese?
You gotta have with cheese, bro. Come on.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm weird about the cheese on there.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's more calories.
That's Luis Diaz. I'm Will Altoff. And that's it, I guess. Carlos Picari on the other side. We appreciate him helping us out today.
What's your score? What's your score prediction for this?
For this game, I
Yeah.
think 27-24. Dolphins.
Dolphins?
Yeah.
3-point win?
Yeah.
Do you think it's last second field goal, or do you think we go into the last couple minutes with the ball?
No, I think it's just I think both teams I think it's a level game, even game most of the way. The Dolphins just come out on top, be it they get the last possession or whatever it might be. I think they'll pull this out. But I think it'll be a close game.
I'm thinking 28-21 Dolphins.
Yeah.
I
Same
don't
thing,
think
though.
I don't think we can hit 30.
No, I don't think so either. And I think
28 is basically 30.
yeah, I mean the Texans, they might not be great, but they're still pretty good.
They say people are saying there's going to be like, oh, last team to have the ball wins.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think we're going to win 28-30. I don't think it's going to be a last second touchdown. I don't think we're going to need a stop. I think we'll pull out victory set. I think we'll pull out victory formation, take a knee.
After the way they played last week, at least in overtime, you hope they have that sort of sense of urgency going into it and playing this weekend too. So we'll see.
Dude, you know what I want more than anything is a takeaway. I
Yeah.
feel like this defense has been allergic to turnovers.
Nothing.
If I can get one takeaway, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Sorry. If I can get one takeaway in a win, I'll be very happy.
And a win. Yes.
Dude, I think so. We win, we're in the playoffs.
Let's hope. 102 kickoff across the Miami Dolphins radio network. You can hear the game right here on Fox Sports 940. Kickoff at 102. The Baptist Health pregame show gets underway at 11 a.m. And next Friday, we'll be back, Lewis.
Yes, sir.
Have a great weekend.
Love you, man.
See you, man.
See you.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Pete from Fall Out Boy on performing songs live versus in the studio.
To be honest with you, I like when the songs are played live because that's when they
21-17, Brandon. All right, you got that jotted. Jordy, you said it's going to be close at Houston. What's the score? What's the score going to be?
21-17.
Brandon says 21-17. Dolphins.
Yeah. But still, I think there's more
That's
points.
low scoring. Yeah, that's
there's
what
more
I see what you're
points.
saying.
What's the over-under?
I don't trust here's the deal. I don't trust our defense to hold them to 17.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
I can see our defense giving up 24-28 easily.
what is the
3 points.
or no
The over-under?
Yeah,
I don't know.
46.5. Oh wow, so they are expecting.
So that would be
low.
38. 21-17 is 38. Jordy says 31-28 Fins. That I could see closer than 21-17. Nothing against 21-17.
Yeah.
I just don't trust our defense. Their defense could hold us to 21 for sure. I don't think we can. I think that's a good compliment to our defense. 31-28 Fins, high scoring game. I could see that one. But that would mean a last second field goal.
Right, and I don't want that.
Nah, I do not want it. I don't want it to be on Jason. What I would kill for is victory formation.
That's it. Oh, right.
I would kill to see a
Right,
victory
inside
formation.
2 minutes.
Go. Take your
That'd
knees.
be so awesome.
That's the dream right now.
You know, and like I said, the thing that last week they played the Jets. The Jets stink.
Yeah,
You give the Jets a lead, you can come back. I don't think you can do that against.
it's gonna
the
be hard,
Texans.
man.
You know what
It's
I
gonna
mean?
be
If
hard.
somehow they get the lead, being able to turn it back on and get the win is gonna be tough.
I'm trying to tell myself that Jets game was closer than it needed to be because it's a rivalry game.
Yes.
But I tell myself that only the fans hate each other. I don't think there's any player on the Jets team that has any hatred to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Dolphins have any hate. Like, I think the days of rivalries, that rivalry is in the past.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe they hate us the way we hate Buffalo because
Right.
we've owned them. We've owned the Jets.
Right.
Maybe they hate us, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting take.
But that's what I'm telling myself. It was a close game because it's a rivalry game. This is not a rivalry. We have to win. All right. We're signing off. Love you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you as always.
Monday night.
I think he's got Julian doing it. So, I let him know next Friday. Oh, next Friday we're not doing the show because
We're
there's a Gator Bowl game that day.
Oh, they made a bowl game?
Gasparilla Bowl.
Yeah,
They didn't get 6 wins.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, they did.
They got 6 wins?
Yeah, they got more than 6.
So they play the Gasparilla Bowl 12:30. Is pregame. It kicks off at 3:30.
Am I doing that?
I don't know because he sent out the schedule, and I was like, "Hey, we got a Monday night game coming up." And then he put Julian on that, and then I replied to him again, and I was like, "Oh, by the way, I forgot about these other things that we've got coming up."